We are recording. Okay, so
Sounds like an edit.
right, yeah. So you guys are just kind of rolling through these cobble streets. Radin is trying to like make the team mosey as quickly as possible, without like running people over. Oh, what?
We were trying to go to the Beggar's Respite because
Okay.
we figured that'd be like the only place bad guys couldn't get right away.
Right.
Yeah.
And
So
figured we'd knock out the nurse before she saw how we did it.
okay.
I mean, do we really want to take the nurse in there? Because, like, in an hour, she is not going to be friendly.
Yeah,
and
she's going to be knocked out when we bring her in, and we're going to bound her and tie her to a chair, take away all her weapons.
Yeah, all of you have, like, 50 feet of rope, so...
I've got rope. Yeah, I got rope.
Yeah, it's probably best that if we're going to be interrogating her and then using her as a human petri dish, that she, in fact, be very thoroughly tied up. You can't tell me that I have to be nice to this NPC. This is an evil NPC poisoning people. Come on, if there's a single NPC I can poison and experiment on its cult members, you have to let me have this. You have to let me turn her into a giant cancer cell, Caroline. You have to.
I wasn't gonna say anything. My face said everything I needed to say. Anyway, I think Aerith is sitting there just like, never taken a hostage before. What do we do?
Okay, I've taken several before. Let me run you through this, okay?
Okay. Like, is there like a humane way to do this? Because like, I mostly just want answers from her, and then maybe we can figure out if there's like a spell to wipe her memory. Maybe I don't know, but I do think that she could lead us back to whoever like sent her to us.
You know a spell to wipe her memory? Because unless you're going to give me license to create one to wipe her memory, using her as a test subject, that's not particularly practical.
That's more like a 7th level kind of issue, so...
Yeah.
You guys are a few levels away from it.
But I'll tell you what probably isn't a 7th level spell, the spell that makes people puke their own guts out and then explode. That's probably a
Ray of Sickness?
No, as in like they literally explode.
Oh.
Yes. And you just see Cobb drawing up all the terrible things he's going to do to whichever NPCs he winds up experimenting on.
Maybe we put a pin in that.
It's only so weird because you talked about marrying her, and now you want to make her explode and turn her meatloaf, and then maybe marry her like that. Makes this very odd.
Okay.
It's weird.
Yeah, I think Jack was rubbing me the wrong way here.
Spotify's volume is being a little weird. Sorry to interrupt.
Okay,
but, like,
so it's not.
Control it however you wish, but you can like tone down the stream if you need to. But yeah, it doesn't want to like stay put for whatever reason. So so if it's a little loud,
okay
sorry.
Okay. No worries, man. So you guys are okay with force magic or human experimentation? You just don't like combining the two. I understand.
Oh, I'm not down with human experimentation either. But
I don't like either.
I'm wondering if I had to do it, Josh. I had to do it.
I like how the diaper, like it's a onesie.
Keep it
like...
a onesie.
I am not asking you to keep the diaper. It is just adding the diaper to every image that I request.
I don't believe you.
A onesie isn't a diaper. A onesie isn't a diaper. It's the one piece.
He's the Foz.
The onesie with the belt, though, is like really doing it for me.
No. Oh, well, maybe.
Oh, gosh.
Okay. Sorry. God, I'm really torn because I I don't want to bring her or the doctor to the Beggar's Respite. Because I think the
Yep.
doctor is kind of a loose end, and I don't want him to be blabbing to anybody.
Yep.
Man's got
I agree.
commoner stats, you know?
They might, if security is the thing if
I mean-
secrecy is the thing you're concerned about more than necessarily keeping them safe, there could be a third option.
Does it involve human experimentation?
Later, but that's not what I'm referring to. It possibly, given the biggest respite, we don't really know much about who really runs it overall and how they might feel about us if we are, taking hostages into the biggest respite. We could actually get in some severe trouble even if they don't escape. So we possibly might have a few options. Option A, we could go down to the harbor and find a ship. Small one, just enough for a couple of people, literally only a fishing ship. Take it out to sea, interrogate them there. That way nobody actually... I'm just saying, let me finish. I'm just saying, if we're worried about them escaping and we're also worried about people seeing them, going out to sea and, interrogating them there, and then hypothetically, if the cultist explodes or whatever, and we have to clean it up or dispose of any evidence, that could possibly, if we need to, be a convenient way to do it. Second option is... Who's posting in general chat now when I'm doing my villain ban? It's not a crime, and it's more that we're not going to get caught if it happens at sea.
I mean, if it's in international waters.
That's the joke. Yeah.
Radin turns to the doctor and he's just like, "Hey, Doc, what did you see? What do you remember? What's happening?"
Where were you on the night of the 25th?
Hang on. He's interrupting. He's like, and the doctor's like, "Well, I mean, so the investor came in, he was knocked out, I was doing some tests, and then the nurse left, and then there was this frog who was threatening me with a bone saw, which wasn't very threatening, by the way. And then you showed up, you grabbed my patient, and then we left, and I gave those guards a real talking to. Like, I really stood up for myself back there. It's like, cool. All right, we've got your patient. He's probably going to wake up. No problem. Go back to the precinct. Just get out of here. It's not safe here."
Wait, he's irritating. We could do the universe a favor and experiment.
No. Doctor, thank you so much for your help with the patient. Is there I'm going to take over his healing process from here. Is there anything I should look out for as he recovers?
Are you a licensed medical practitioner?
I am.
Yes.
I'm a cleric with. I'm a cleric and a medic with over 100 years of experience.
That's not a licensed medical. Who knows what kind of magic you're using? Like,
Divine.
Well, that's my point. And he just gets really huffy.
Okay. Well, I mean, before I used divine magic, I used herbs and all the things that you would use. So.
And what are the scientific names of all of those herbs that you've used?
Okay, so
can I roll a nature check or something like that? And
you can medicine or nature, whichever one floats your boat.
Oh, I'm gonna roll medicine for sure.
But wouldn't you actually
18.
have a... Yeah,
18. Okay, and he's just like, okay, well, then he lists some obscure medical thing. And you're able to... we'll keep your roll. You're able to, respond. And it's like, well, yeah, this is what I did, and I think that's what other people prescribed, and... Fine, I'm gonna go back to my office then, or my whatever that room is. You guys have a good day. He talks to the unconscious investigator. Investigator Brumpt, you're in, I guess, good hands. Good day. And he tries to step off of the rolling cart, and he hesitates. like, and Radin's just like, just let go, we're at a walk, let go. And it is just like, oh, okay. And he like stumbles and falls, and yeah. Oh my god. All right. One less person to debate about human experimentation, which we're not gonna do, by the
We're
way.
not.
I do want to politely point out that by not humanely experimenting on him and disposing of his body at sea, I think there's going to be about 17 people on the future that die on the operating table because he's still going to practice. He didn't seem like he was very good at his job.
He is
arguably
a competent
I'm
coroner, but I mean, people less. His people skills have something to be desired. I agree. In any case, we are. Where is this respite? Like, where is this place?
It's a whole. We have to find a beggar, a specific beggar. Well, not a. Okay, I have to find a beggar who recognizes this coin, and I pull out the coin. And then they will take us to the door, wherever it is.
Sorry, Larry.
Yeah, try talking now.
I've been where Larry's been before, and it's actually so awkward because you feel like such a friendless piece of shit. So let's just make sure he can actually talk. Shane, Larry. Okay, you just sorry.
Wait.
Barely.
It's real soft. Real soft.
It's really soft.
Oh, we can hear you.
Okay,
there.
I can hear you.
That
I
was-
can hear you. Nice to have you back, man. We love you.
Oh, it's cutting out.
Troll
for you.
healers is fine.
It
Okay,
seems
so
really
that was-
uneven, so I don't
Yeah,
like.
that was really bad signal. Couldn't hear you there either.
Okay, can you guys hear me right now?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, I can hear you now.
Okay, I turned off the Bluetooth. Let me try my other ear. Or both.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
good.
Weird.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
I've been
just-
saying all kinds of stuff, trying to say like I'd help them do this, I do that, I give advice. I was doing all kinds of stuff, and like everyone's
Oh,
just
yeah, we
no.
couldn't hear
going
you.
on. Like I never see anything. So I'm like, what is happening?
Sorry, mate. I've been there a few times, and it's not fun because you really sit there going, have I irritated everybody and they're ignoring me? It feels really awkward. Sorry about that, dude.
Yeah, I mean,
Alright.
like I get it. I was helping children, but I was like, dang, they are really ignoring me.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
Okay, we didn't
Just
do it
No, we
on
couldn't
purpose.
hear you. That's
Always
all.
remember
Technology.
that if anyone in the group is likely to get ignored on purpose, it's probably me. That makes you feel better, doesn't it?
Not really, but thank you for not ignoring me.
You're good.
Okay.
Okay.
Always remember, if in doubt, throw troll under the bus.
All right.
Yeah,
Let's
because
do.
I made comments at like everything. Like when they were saying, find a way to make her forget. I was like, well, one of the elders hit his head enough times that he forgot stuff.
Yeah, I was about to say, we could use the forget me stick.
But, I mean, what do we? And I think this is Era talking to Radin too. She's like, I don't know what to do with her because she's a danger to us. I don't want to take her to our safe place, but I also don't know what to do with her after that. Like, I'm not.
You're
Obviously, I can't-
realistically going
I
to have to
mean-
kill her.
We could do the old-fashioned
she's a-
like bag over the head.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
what are you
but
gonna do with her after that? She's
Yeah.
literally a murderer.
Yeah,
This
I
is why I
mean-
keep
Just a
saying,
murderer.
we just.
I don't know why you
keep her
guys are
in the bed.
overthinking this. That's what I was saying. You take her in, tie her to a chair, interrogate her, and then when we go to leave, same thing. Bag over the head, knock her out, let her go. She'll have no idea where, what, why, or how.
no, but then that's a loose end and she's going to come after us, and this one is already known to be good with poison. And do you want to be looking over your
They're
back the next time
already
you eat
after
food?
us.
Good is
They're
You're
already.
overthinking this.
Rel-
No,
relative.
we must recruit her. We must recruit her. We must make her one of our own.
No, I
Let
don't
me
think
recruit
so.
the NPC.
Wait.
Let me have my
Wait.
evil sidekick.
pause for a second. What if she can lead us right to where we need to go to find person who's after us.
Like, let her go and follow her.
Yes.
What? As in, let her go, thinking that she's escaped.
Yes.
Also,
I don't know if she'd be stupid to go directly back to her safe house.
if you conceal the
Well, right
method
now-
with which you get to the beggar's respite, it's not like she can get back.
That's true.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what
Okay.
he's been saying. Knock her out for like an hour.
Sure. Okay, no,
Okay.
that's a fair point, but the problem is we don't know how the owners of the biggest respite will react, because just now hostage situations are breaking some rule in there. That's my concern.
I mean,
The chef could
we've
cook us up
had
and eat us.
Confirmed.
wait. We've had Folion wrapped up in bandages for the last few days. So if we show up with somebody who's like got their eyes covered, I don't know that they would necessarily. And like,
I think it's possibly simpler to just knock her on the back of the head and say she drank too much on a night out of the town.
We
Then we
could
take her back to our
also-
private room.
Split the party.
Nope. Nope.
for
Hate
why?
that. Hate that. I hate it. Nope.
Or,
He believes Caroline right now. Caroline and Folion could go and then Folion sneak behind following while she leads her back to where she's supposed to go, while Radon and everybody else make sure that the investigator's safe at the respite.
or we could take her out on a ship and interrogate her there. You know, it seems like it's just simpler and easier.
Robin, what is your take?
I say that we need answers. We need a safe place to ask the answers. We could go to my place, I suppose. Try that. Or it sounds like this beggar's respite is special. Like, I've
Very.
I
only
don't
heard
wanna
about
paint
it,
a
so I don't
picture.
even know.
Yeah. I don't want to paint an even bigger target on your back by leading them directly to your home, because I don't know if we're being watched right now.
Well, I mean, if she doesn't know how to get there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we just, like, hood her and then somebody sit on her so that she
Okay.
stays out of sight in the cart. And, well,
Well, I'm
we'll probably
really
have
good
to
at
knock
grapple.
her. Well, hang on. Is she under some kind of spell, right?
Yeah,
She's charmed.
you should have another half an hour left of that.
Well, just,
I think.
persuade her not to talk or squeal or whatever. Or just, like, lay down for the rest of the car ride or, close her eyes or something.
Okay.
There's absolutely no way that the Beggars Respite is going to allow violence inside. There's no way they don't have some way of dealing with that, and they would absolutely count a hostage situation as violence. I think that's going to bite us in the ass if we try and play that game in the Beggars Respite.
I mean, she's not a hostage for another 30 minutes. Right now, she's a friend. So as we enter, she'll be a friend. And technically is not a hostage because she's here willingly. I'm just going to point that out.
I think it's just easier to not bring her to the respite, because then we have
I
to
agree.
deal with getting her in and out. So
Okay.
Okay. So I'm gonna
Maybe.
I guess find some cloth to like cover her head with.
She's like,
Well, no.
ew, what are you, what's this? Why?
Oh, it's
Haven't you heard about the new tradition Overseer Rolf is coming up with? He says we need to be wearing these at all times. Something about a herb mixture that's good for the spirit. Did you not?
Yeah.
Where you did?
Make
Yeah.
a deception check. I want to give you disadvantage, but
She's currently charmed.
yeah, but she's currently charmed. Go ahead and do it with advantage. Sure, why not?
oh
Perfect. Why are we putting a
You're
bag
nicer
over
than I
her
would've
head
been.
yet? Why are we
No,
putting
we're just
a bag
like
over her head?
blindfolding her. Is
yeah.
But she thinks we're on her side still.
We're
We have half
taking
an
you to a
Well,
secure
she's
location.
on your
but-
side, Cobb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, she kind of trusts me, but not as much as she would
Yeah.
trust you.
So
So,
She
you
thinks
want
I-
she's her superior. Heads up.
Yeah. So we're just taking to a secure location, but to keep it secure, we do have to blindfold you.
Oh, well,
I
I mean,
don't
you could have
approve
just
of the
said
way-
that. I mean, what's this Monsieur whoever? Like,
overseer
whoever Cobb
Brawl.
was, like, talking about.
I don't appreciate the way you guys are treating this NPC. She's been
Oh my
very
God.
cooperative until now.
Oh, Olivia, come
Um,
on, open it.
So, you
That's a
can...
good roll.
Why don't you just-
Wait, what did you roll?
21.
Nice. Okay, fine. Like, I'll put on this blindfold, whatever. Like, what are our
I,
new orders, anyways? Like, what's happening right now?
Well, I
Oh,
can't
I,
give them to you until we get to the secure location. So that's
Yeah,
that's
which
part of it.
we've
Fine.
which
okay.
the secure location, which should definitely be an isolated boat out at sea so that nobody can
No.
follow us.
Oh,
No, it's so much harder to follow us if we're out in the middle of the ocean.
It's also
But-
harder to move.
yeah, and then we'd be isolated out there if somebody followed us out there.
Yeah.
Well, I'm
I
a heavy
prefer-
rumor.
I prefer to be
like a rock.
Hey, what are you scared of the ocean or something? Is this a knife ears thing?
No,
Are you hydrophobic?
no. Oh my God.
Okay, well, where do you want? We
Just-
can't take her to the respite. We don't want to take her to Radin's
No.
house because that's going to get
We
him
are
involved.
taking her to Radin's. That's the
Oh,
plan.
but that's going to get him
Okay.
involved. Then he's going to get fridged, and it's going to be your fault.
He's not gonna because he's gonna come to the respite with us.
What?
I don't think
Why-
I told you that part of the plan, but you were gonna come to the respite with us.
Why are we
Okay.
taking her to Radin and then we go to the respite? What is
Because
this?
we're going to leave our new friends to take her next. Like after we give her next orders, she's
Do you
gonna
guys
be
know
on
what
her
you're
merry way.
doing?
It's the frog. He's new.
Listen to me carefully, you knife.
Okay,
ears.
but he was, like,
Oh,
really nice
maybe.
to me, so far, so it's fine.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah. He's just
Thank
new.
you.
We're just explaining it to him. He's new.
Yeah.
That's all.
I'm sorry, Amelia. There's been a recent branch merger, so we are still ironing out some of the kinks. But I'm very happy to be working with you. You seem like you're very sensible and pragmatic, and not at all stupid like my colleagues over here.
I mean, well, thank you. That's really kind of you to say. But
You're very welcome.
if we don't know what we're doing, we should probably just go back to the Seeker. I mean, we've got the Inspector, right? Or the Investigator.
Cobb snaps his fingers, and a pair of sunglasses appear on his face, and he goes, "I agree completely. I agree with this course of action. Let's nip this in the bud. Let's go see the Seeker. Let's go."
Radin is kind of like, he like tries to catch your eye and is like, Aerith, it like tries to catch your eye and is like, if we take the Investigator back to wherever her boss is, we don't know what they have. We don't know how many they are.
Mhm.
He's not going to be safe.
That's not a good idea.
We're definitely not taking an unconscious inspector all the way over there. That's not on the table. Cop, stop trying to get people killed. Cop.
And he's like trying to whisper to you.
No.
So
What if we
Yeah.
disguise one of us as the inspector, and I go with her and the inspector, and then you guys follow along after?
How about we don't split the party into
Split the
major
party.
sectors?
Split the party. It's a well-tested strategy that always works.
Yeah.
How
sure.
about we all get on board with the same plan and we take our friend here, and then she'll get her orders from her superior, and then
we
Wait a
send
minute.
her on back to the Seeker, and then we will meet up
Yep.
with the Seeker later when it's our turn.
yes, exactly. We already got a plan, Cop. Get on board.
But your plan's dumb. Your plan's dumb. Hands down.
Oh, calm
Well,
down.
you're
Let's
free
just
to have your
Oh,
opinion.
Okay, just
Doesn't mean it's right.
okay. So you want to take her to Radin's house, let her wander off, and go back to her cult, so you can follow her. So Cat can follow her quietly and get their location.
Yes.
But I don't know. I don't know, guys. Once that spell wears off, she will know she was charmed. So surely,
Oh,
but
We know
if
that.
she,
We're aware of that.
that's
but
why
if
we're
she knows she
wasting
was
time
charmed,
right
she's gonna.
now.
But if she knows she was charmed, why would she go back to the place where the rest of her buddies are? Because then she's gonna know that's what we're probably hoping to find.
You're giving
So
her a lot of credit. She would just know that she was tricked, but you're definitely explaining it all in front of her now. So now it's a problem.
I'm stage whispering. I'm all speaking out of character, whichever lets me
we'll
less
say
social
we'll
You're
say
way
that
too much credit.
like Radin is like, all right, I'm circling my block now. We've got to make a decision. Time's ticking.
She's already blindfolded.
Just
She's
it's
already blindfolded. Let's go.
times
Okay,
times I
okay.
wish I was McRivet right now
Okay,
because
look,
I would have
let's-
already done stuff.
okay. Look, let's keep her in Radin's place. That's fine. I agree with keeping her in Radin's place, but then let's interrogate her. There are more questions
Yes.
we need to ask than just where she lives. No, there's a difference
Yes.
between interrogating her and then letting her run away. You can't do
No.
both.
Oh my god, she is right in front of us. What do you think? Okay.
Somebody has
You hit your head,
somebody
Tom.
prepared
Did you get it?
Zone of Truth, so there's
I did.
and
There's a
Radin
plan here. I
has
just can't talk about it
a truth
all.
rod.
Which is why I'm saying just knock her out, bag over the head, let's get her somewhere, and then just interrogate.
Yes, I agree.
He pulls into the back alley courtyard. Because he's like circling the block anymore would probably be suspicious. So
Yeah.
And that, Earth, is how you make the perfect souffle. So let's get our guest inside Radin's house and just have a lovely day.
Amelia,
Radin
somebody's
has
gonna
kids,
grab you and help you out of the cart. Just stay put.
and don't you, Earth, ever ask me about my mama's souffle recipe.
New
Ever
recruit,
again.
help me with this bag. And he like
I
points,
get up
like
and help.
nods to somebody else, and yeah.
It's just turned into such chaos.
So he's going up to like a second story flat. It is, yeah. He unlocks the door, goes in. It's not exactly stark, but it's a little austere. He doesn't spend a lot of time here, obviously. And he has more of a, yeah, I mean, he lays the investigator down on his cot, and brings out like one of, he does have like 4 chairs, so it's not like bachelor status where it's like crates and whatnot.
But he doesn't have a bed frame, is what I'm hearing. So
Well, he doesn't spend a lot of time. And he's used to cots anyways, because like the barracks that's what they have. So he pulls out one of the chairs, puts it in the center of the room facing a wall, and just like put her there. We'll restrain her, and then hopefully we'll get answers before the spell runs out.
and if we don't, I've got Zone of Truth. So we can do that.
Okay.
We should start with that. We should just start with Zone of Truth.
I should probably just start with that, honestly.
All right, let's start with her. We don't need to rough her up. She's friendly. She's just
Yeah.
Friendly for now.
She might even not save against it because she's friendly.
yeah.
Yeah,
Let's just
that's kind of
take
what
advantage of the
saying.
spell.
Okay. Yeah, let's get her inside and have a chat with her.
Okay, you do so. You put her in the chair. Do you start restraining her, or do you leave her unrestrained for the moment?
I think I leave her unrestrained for the moment. And I is it a okay, it's a ranged spell. Cool. Okay. So I don't have to like touch her to do this. So I like sit down across from her.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, so I'm you're gonna see some magic happening. Don't worry about it. It's just to make sure that our conversation stays.
Can I take off the blind?
We're,
Can I take off the blindfold
Wait.
now, or are we?
yeah, go ahead. We're just casting a spell to test your blood for ghosts.
What? Stop! Don't. That's
inaccurate.
he's such a jokester. You know what I mean? No.
Yeah.
So I think we do take off the blindfold.
Ghosts can
No,
be in
no,
my
no, no,
blood?
no.
No. Oh my. No. Ghosts don't live in blood. They live in haunted buildings, obviously.
Hard disagree. I've actually read some really fascinating papers that came out a few months ago, and you'd be surprised in the new research. You know?
Can we gag a stoned frog?
No, you cannot.
We just take the blindfold off and shove it in your stony little mouth.
It's not my fucking fault that you don't know how to cough, cough, have guests over properly.
All right. I'm going to
Okay.
cast Zone of Truth.
Okay.
That's what's
So
happening.
everybody needs to make a charisma save. Because
Yeah.
it's
I'll-
a
I'll-
15-foot
Need to go.
radius.
Yeah. Charisma 14 DC.
What's this thing?
Well, I got a
I'm just
16, baby.
Alright.
Somebody
You can also choose to fail it if you know.
make a
I want to say the truth.
persuasion.
Um,
Somebody make a
Okay,
persuasion
So
check.
DC, which one?
I'll do the persuasion
Got
check
it.
if that's alright.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
I already rolled.
With roll with advantage.
I got a nat 20. 26.
oh
27.
shit.
27. That's
Nice.
the highest I could do.
Nice.
Yeah, let's,
What am I
let's
persuading
take,
her to
let's
do?
take Brixtas and not Cobbs.
You get advantage there, Cobb, for your persuasion.
I think I did it with advantage. Let me double check.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
It looks like you just rolled once.
One I did. Let me double check. Okay, no, I think it's only with advantage now.
Wait, Grace, I thought you rolled it.
I did.
No, that was
But I guess-
wait.
What was that charisma save?
Wait, hang on. Was that your save or your persuasion?
Sorry, I did my save. I did my
Persuading her.
I did my save first. Which
Okay,
was
so you
six.
okay. Sorry.
But
I did try to
Grace,
persuade her, and I was rolling.
Grace rolled
And then
Okay.
he said it,
persuasion.
but I was already rolling.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha. Yeah. So she doesn't resist the spell, but everybody else that wants to should roll a charisma save. So Cobb fails. As long as he's within the zone, he cannot deliberately tell a lie.
Sometimes I dream about cheese.
Folion saves, so he doesn't have to worry about lying or not, although I suspect he won't deliberately lie.
Yeah. Can you guys hear me anymore?
Also,
We can hear
Yeah, we
you,
can.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
Radin
Yeah, because
fails.
once again, I was saying
so-
stuff and no one heard me.
Wait, what
okay,
did you
no,
say?
that
I said
That's
Radin
weird
fails the
because we-
save, so I mean,
Hi.
I said Radin fails the save.
Larry, we can
Radin
hear
fails.
we can hear your niece, but you didn't seem like you were saying anything.
Okay, so everybody that hasn't
Wait.
rolled, I'm just going to assume that you are letting the spell affect you.
My save was 16.
Cool.
for
Yeah,
the zone.
Folion and Brixta saved. Do I need to roll a save?
I mean,
Is
it's a
this
tiny
affecting me
space.
too?
It's a tiny space, and it's a 30 diameter
Yeah,
sphere.
okay.
So
I guess since I am trying to get information out of her, I will also roll one.
you
I
save.
just made it.
You save against your own spell.
Perfection.
Okay.
Excellent.
So,
Love that for me.
Yeah, she chooses not to. Amelia is affected by the spell. She knows that she's affected by the spell. And she's like, oh, we're doing this. Okay. What do you got for me? Hey.
Start screaming.
Radin steps into the silence and he's just like, who told you to poison or to kill the investigator? And she's like, oh. Huh. Well, it was just kind of like a feeling I got, you know? Like I just saw this Brumped on the table and he was unconscious, and the doctor was doing his good doctor stuff, and I was like, oh, okay, this would be kind of fun if I just like threw a little ether on his face. And
Do you often poison people?
no, I
Was
mean,
this
I
like a
don't think so.
Is this like a compulsion in the sense you thought it would be fun, or it thoughts that the overseer or the seeker would like you to do it?
Well, I mean, the Seeker just asked us to keep vigilant, ears open, right? Like he does for everyone, like I'm sure you guys know.
Yeah.
But no, it was just kind of like a thought. And
Okay, so
it seemed like a really good thought.
Okay, so you were taking the initiative. You saw a wounded guard who was asking questions, and you kind of thought, let's not have that, and let's make him not ask questions, and you kind of thought, poison's a good way to do that. Basically, is that kind of
Oh,
what
was
you-
he asking questions? I mean, I don't even know.
I find you so relatable, Amelia. I actually
Do you often kill your patients?
No.
I kind of step out of the zone of truth and motion for Duck and Aerith to kind of follow me a little bit. And I kind of, assuming you two follow, and I kind of just whisper, this sounds strongly like some kind of mind control or a crazy person. I'm not sure which. It seems like it could be both.
Yeah.
Or-
Can you? Fuck, she's got magic on her right now. I was gonna say if we could do like a detect magic and see if there's like some sort of suggestion spell on her. But she has this
I think
truth on her, so.
if any of you have identify, you could identify what magics are on her. Detect magic just tells you whether or not something is magic or not. It's like a binary yes no. Identify gives you the full scoop.
I don't even
It
think
also
I
gives you
have
the spell's
either.
school of magic, but yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I don't have identify.
I identify
if
is
I
not
can.
something I have. It's not even an option for me.
Okay, I never picked it for my wizard either.
Shit. Okay, so the zone of truth is helpful, but not necessarily 100% helpful, because if she doesn't know that she's under a magical effect, that's obviously she's not going to be able to tell us the truth on that.
Yeah.
And we've got no way of.
Let's see. Hang on.
I'm gonna come back to her and I'm gonna say, do you have like some sort of like poison pill in your mouth right now?
Do I? I mean, I don't think I do. Did you put a poison pill in my mouth?
I didn't.
Okay.
I just know that is sometimes common practice with the Seeker. They like to make sure, secrets don't get out, right?
I guess. Is this like what they refer to like when the mistress talks to you? Because like, man, it just felt like such a really good idea at the time. I don't even really know why I never wanted to like kill a patient before, and it wasn't even like killing him. Like that wasn't even the thought. It was just like, oh, that would be nice if he had that on his, ether on his face, and he couldn't take it off.
So
Um,
talk
do
to me
you?
about the mistress. Does she talk to you, or is it just like you just hear her voice in your head?
I don't know. Like I think that was maybe the first time she had ever talked to me, maybe. Like
Oh.
Scepter's so cool. Like obviously just so illuminating. Like illuminating things we wouldn't even know to do ourselves. Like
Yeah, Scepter, the mistress, definitely a common synonym for Scepter. Definitely one of her most common titles, right?
I mean,
Yeah,
that's what
and
like everybody under the Seeker calls her. So I mean,
I pull out my like emblem of Scepter.
yeah,
Holy
yeah.
symbol.
Do
Yeah.
you get it?
Yeah. So, oh gosh. Okay. So it's like you're getting the feeling that I get when I pray to her.
I'd never felt it before, but it was just so strong in that moment. Like, I guess that dude really like did some bad stuff or something.
Yeah. She's like, I mean, she's so cool, right? And she can see and
Obviously,
hear pretty much everything.
she's
Yeah.
everywhere. Yeah, wherever the light is,
Yeah. Um, so the Seeker like obviously has like a direct line to her.
Oh, totally. Like he gets word from her all the time.
Mm. Yeah. Where do you usually go to meet the Seeker?
Do you not know? Like, I thought you had. Do you meet with him?
I have my own ways of meeting with him. I'm just wondering, where do you go to meet
Yeah,
him?
sorry,
Is
and
it-
I kind of step out of this. Wait, are we all outside of the circle of truth?
Well,
Presumably.
everyone has passed it except for Radin, and Radin is like, well, I guess Cobb hasn't passed it, but
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I'm kind of hanging around the edge of it, just trying to be inconspicuous, and I kind of say, yeah, sorry about that. It's because of the merger. We're all still double checking how east.
yeah. So
we're all
what
still
temple are you guys
familiarizing
from?
ourselves.
Like, where?
Are you familiar with the south? Ever been to the South Winds Temple in Unctia? We tend to operate out of there.
Oh, I've
Yeah.
never really been out of the city, so it sounds cool.
And I am from, and I gave her the name of the mountain temple. I don't know if it has like a specific name, but I'm like not lying. Like that is the temple that I'm from.
Yeah. So colloquially, like the Temple of Light. So yeah.
I'm from the Temple of Light, so
Yeah.
Oh wow,
Yeah,
that's super
trained there
cool.
for 10 years. Yeah.
Yeah, bit of a big whole reorganization thing that's been going on lately. You would not
Just got
believe.
relocated here.
Yeah.
So you've like seen her then?
Irith
Yes.
has. I'm more on the administrative
Like-
side of things these days.
Wow.
Oh shit. She resides, or she did reside at the mountain temple, right? At the Temple of Light.
Yeah.
Would I have seen her?
I went, you know her.
Would I have
You
seen
know
her?
Maybe, maybe not. That depends on like.
Dude, it's probably your BFF from there and you don't even know.
Well, no, because she's like a
Okay,
20-foot
I'm
tall
gonna
woman,
say
but-
that you may have gotten like you may have been like in her presence once, like as like kind of like a pilgrimage thing. But like most of the clergy would have remained in the lower temple and not like been up there with her. But you know, everyone gets, well, maybe not everyone, but people can have a chance to go and be in her presence. So
Okay. Yeah, maybe I was friends with that one lady that Penelope had a big crush on.
Teloja?
The older. Yeah.
Oh wait, no. You mean
No,
like
not Teloja,
yeah.
the priestess that
Oh,
was
okay,
at
okay.
the temple. I mean, she
sure.
also had a big crush on Teloja too, but who didn't she have a crush on, frankly?
Sure. Yeah.
But,
okay.
Yeah, no, I felt Scepter. She's I mean, it's awe-inspiring, you know, to be in her presence.
Like the first time I tasted her was like the bat. Like I can't even imagine like being right there with her. Like it yeah. So wild.
Yeah, you licked her?
No, like you eat a piece of her.
Oh.
Right?
I think it's like a blood of the covenant type thing. You know, you're drinking that Jesus water type deal. Wait,
Dude, did they cannibalize your goddess? Did they like legit eat your goddess?
Aerith needs to take a laugh. He's so horrified by the thought of people like eating Scepter. That's not common practice.
Oh,
in the Temple of Light.
Like we all did it when we came to the Seeker, and like the Seeker like led us in the whole like banquet thing. I don't know what they called it.
We had one of those in the South.
But it's like now she resides in us, you know? Like I thought it was just symbolic and like maybe it was like fish or something, but like
I kind of sidle up next to Aerith, or rather I kind of gently pull Aerith out of the circle and I kind of just double check. I kind of just say to her quietly, I bet you feel stupid for not checking your blood for ghosts now, don't you, Aerith?
I'm gonna throw you out a fucking window. And I go back in. Please pass the goddess. That's vile.
Please pass the goddess. What? What did I miss? Oh
like,
no!
Happening
there
more.
like this, like realizing like they straight up ate your goddess, and I'm like watching you to see if you freak the hell out. Like I'm shooketh. You can't just go around eating gods. What's wrong with these people? He's just like this.
Holy Lesterol is next level pun.
Holy cholesterol. Nice.
Holy shit.
Good.
How I mean that
Like we just did that like last 6 day. Like I mean
Have
I've
you only partaken of that flesh once, or have you had multiple banquets?
Well, like the Seeker obviously gets to do it more often, but I'm fairly new, I guess. So like, yeah, I only had. It's just been less than a week.
Yeah, how did you get involved in all of this?
This is like so intense for whatever's happening right now.
It's a friendly conversation.
Yeah. Let's do this. There we go. Sorry, repeat your question.
How did you get involved in all of this?
Oh, a friend of a friend. Like, she, like, just a couple days before had done the banquet with one of the clergy members, and then there met the Seeker. The Seeker really understands us, really understands just how purposeless life feels, and so he really wants to spread the mistress's light. And I saw that light in her, and I wanted some. So I followed her to one of the banquets, and the Seeker explained everything about Scepter, how the light is for the whole world, it needs to be shared, and we get to partake in this physicality of our God, and but also that there's things that need to be protected, and people who want to disrupt this beautiful thing that is happening, like a god on the material plane.
Yeah, I've heard about some pesky clerics of hers that got excommunicated, and they're kind of
some real bad apple. I don't know even how you get excommunicated from her light, but if you did, right? Then ew, first of all. And then just don't talk to me.
Ew.
I mean, what would you even have to do to get excommunicated? Am I right?
Right. Probably horrible things. I don't know. Beating dead babies or something. I don't know. Sorry. That was... Sorry.
No, you're good. Yeah.
Miss, your brain kind of went there so quickly, Miss.
I just went to the worst thing I could imagine, and yeah.
So, do they have this banquet weekly?
I mean, whenever they have enough members,
Mm-hmm.
We should attend this next banquet.
Do you wait, hang on. Have you not before?
I have not had the privilege myself, but I definitely hope to attend the next one. I'm newer.
And it's kind of
I just arrived in the city literally 2 days ago. So
I did mine a couple of weeks back. It was great. It tasted like chicken.
If you're in the circle, you can't lie, Cobb.
No, I'm outside the circle.
Then you're outside of the room.
Let's say that I'm in the kitchen making a snack for everyone, and I kind of just call that from the kitchen.
Oh, no, I think he lives in a New York City shoebox apartment.
Oh,
I think that's what.
Never mind. I just stay quiet. God, damn it.
It is at about this time, however, that the spell wears off, and you can see her face kind of scrunch up in thought, what? She starts getting looking at you all with deep suspicion.
I tap Radin and just casually pull a rope out of my bag.
Wait. Let me see if I can magic my way through this one. And I kind of look at him and I go, "Oh yeah, sorry, those are my frog pheromones." Sorry, it tends to happen to people when they first meet me. They tend to become very fond of me for a while, but those are my.
You guys cast a spell on me.
No,
Ew.
No, get her, kill her.
Oh God, we're not killing anybody else.
Radin restrains her and restrains her in the chair essentially, and she starts to cry out. Help! Does anybody
hand over her mouth?
I mean,
Mage
sure.
hand over her mouth.
Okay. Yeah.
Muffle them screams. That's
Yeah.
all I know.
Yeah, I was like, oh
But-
shit, I don't have like silence or anything, so I can't.
Yeah,
I,
made that right over her mouth. And she's like,
Yeah, just
I
someone,
hold on-
I don't know.
some kind of gag.
I
Yeah.
hop onto her shoulder and I kind of hold a prepared firebolt near her face, and I kind of just quietly whisper to her, "Stop screaming, or I'm gonna burn your eyes out." I'm gonna roll intimidation, please.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead and roll intimidation with
Well,
advantage.
this went from 0 to 10 real fast.
Like, serious, just. Where's my D&D Beyond button? Oh no, there we go. Wait, hold on.
While this is happening, Aerith is just like looking at Rada and being like, I don't do this shit normally. I'm so sorry.
Okay, let's
I
hope
don't
I
do
got a
this
good
normally either, so it's a
Let's
first
hope
for
I
all of
was
us.
special.
This is a great first date.
This is the
Oh yeah, yeah.
I love trauma
19,
bonding on a first
19,
date.
19 for Mr. Troll. 19.
Okay, yeah, no, that definitely succeeds, and she quiets down really, really quick, starts to whimper, and then starts to cry, and she
have
doesn't
ghosts
resist you like tying her up. So
You are part of a cult and you have ghosts in your blood. We need to sanctify you.
You
still can't
eaten
lie,
my
but
fucking goddess's body.
Uh-oh.
wait,
Comes the wrath.
what?
Scepter is dead. And you ate her dead body. Do you understand what you've done? That's why you're hearing weird voices in your head.
She's not dead. I swear.
She's dead. I've heard it from Aventhal himself. She's dead.
That's her daddy. So
Whoever the fucking seeker is lying to you.
we're in a zone of truth right now. I'm gonna remind you.
Yeah,
Crying
no,
tied to a chair.
she believes everything that she is saying. Roll.
No, I just mean I'm reminding her because she's like, yeah, the god's dead. She's like, no, he's not. But like, hey, we're in a zone of truth, and my friend just said that.
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
Yeah, but
But she doesn't know.
realistically, it seems like it's actually pretty factually correct that she has ghosts in her blood at this point. If she's hearing
She's
voices
got
off,
something in her blood.
yeah, we need to pump it out and fix it and perform surgery and
She,
experimentation.
She's hearing voices in her head. I could cast Detect Thoughts and take a peek. Take a peek. Would
Are you
you
sure
like
you
that?
want? Are
Okay.
you sure you want to do that? Because that might be dangerous.
I mean, we might gain some information that way. What do you think?
Yeah, fair enough.
Not you, Carlith, what do you think?
Oh, I'm sorry. I just wanted to do some fucking science with you. No, pick me up and put me back
Alright,
and
put
look.
it back, put it back.
Put me back and apologize. I'm having fun doing science with you, Brixter, you rude bitch.
I put it back and pat him on his head. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah, the zone of truth is not going to last too much longer. Josh, did you want me to roll something?
No. I made a roll for her. So
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like a sanity roll.
well, sort of. Yeah. She definitely believes that. So she knows that she's in a zone of truth. She knows what the spell does. She believes that you believe what you're saying is true. That has not altered her belief that her goddess is alive in her, you know.
I'm gonna cast Detect Thoughts, and I'm gonna start reading this chick's mind.
Okay.
Just as Aerolith is talking to her, and I also am curious to see if I hear these thoughts she's talking about, or if, I'm definitely like trying to squat a peek, because it's weird, and I'm sure eating the flesh of a god doesn't do good things to you. So
Yeah. What is the save? Well, you can do the
15.
surface thoughts without anything else, but and what kind of a save
Okay.
is it? It doesn't matter. Never mind.
I was 15, but
Yeah.
yes, I'm in there. I'm in it. Read. You know what Detect Thoughts does, right? I don't got to read it to you.
Basically, yeah.
No.
You can dive deeper for extra information.
Yeah, I'm diving as deep as I could get into that mind. I'm trying to find where that banquet is, where we could find the seeker, hear this god-eating flesh weird thoughts or this connection she's talking about. Is she really hearing voices? And anything like that. While Aerolith is still questioning her. Especially.
What's a wisdom? So it doesn't matter. She's a commoner. She doesn't have any bonuses. So.
Nope.
Okay. Either way, the
Yeah,
target
she's
knows
the
you're
god of a flesh.
probing.
How smart can she be?
The target taking action. Okay. 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 Yeah. Right now, you get the sense that she feels sorry for you guys. That you believe that the goddess is dead. You get the sense that there is nothing but adoration for the Seeker and the Radiant. Or, sorry, Brightness. No, wait. The Radiant. The Radiant is above the Bright. Yeah, okay.
Does she say the name of the speaker in her head?
Goodness. We'll say yes. I'll find it.
Dope. I'm gonna message you the name of the seeker, homie. Aerolith.
Oh, yes. Do
I'm gonna
that.
message
Then I can bring it up in the interrogation.
Yeah, and then like I'm gonna keep listening with this detect thoughts going on.
She knows, and she's going to try and resist every so often. And you pretty much only get like 6 seconds of thought detection because she shuts it down with an 18 on the intelligence save. Oh wait, hang on. Does it keep rolling or does it?
No, it lasts 1 minute. I got her for 1 minute. She failed.
On a successful save, either way the target knows, the target can take an action on its turn to make an intelligence arcana check against your DC, ending the spell on a success. So she does try to shut you out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ew.
And so you get like 6 seconds, you get a bunch of information. You get the Seeker's name, you get she truly just believes the Scepter is alive, that she has consumed a part of the goddess and the goddess lives in her. You know, like she's bought into a bunch of lies here. Lies from your point of view. Let me see, because now this is bugging me. I want to know the name.
My question is, does she know what Scepter's actual like mottos and mantras and what she's actually all about?
That's what I was going to ask next, actually, was, okay, what are your tenets?
Because if she truly knew what the tenets were, she would know trying to murder a freaking unconscious man is not okay. And then if she tries to bring up whatever happened, like you did, if somehow she knew, you're under a new god because your god's dead.
Dang, the cat coming in with the wisdom. Let me tell you what.
Yeah.
He does that.
Yeah, we were on the same wavelength, Kev, because I was like, yeah, no, I have to ask her about the tenets if she thinks she's actually following Scepter. Because
she cannot name a one.
Oh.
Blood ghosts! Blood ghosts!
You call yourself a follower of Scepter, but you don't know what she does? You don't know what she stands for?
She tries not to talk.
She stands for truth.
Unfortunately, ma'am, it sounds like you're the follower of a false god at this point.
you say that
do
as Folion?
message.
Yeah.
I do message Aerolith and I tell her the name of the seeker.
Ooh,
The seeker's name
ooh.
is Bleep Bleep Bloop. Because he doesn't know yet. But when he does, you know it.
Hey, what do you?
Okay. What?
I cast message, so I cover my mouth, and she's like, "The name of the seeker is Bleep Bleep Bloop."
Hmm.
Huh.
Okay. Let me think. It would be a weird pivot to go from, like, you don't even know her tenets to, tell me about so and so.
Okay. So, Seeker Bellman. I don't think I had a name. Because I can't find it in my notes. So,
So now we know the name.
And then Folion also is trying to persuade her more, stating like, when a new person is brought into the monastery, they are at least informed of the basics of the teachings and can recite at least some of them. You have given us no information. It means the higher ups are withholding something from you. Don't you find that odd?
she just starts crying. Well, she's been crying, let's say. And
Yeah.
it's an MLM scheme. Yeah, she continues to be unresponsive.
I think the initial, like, anger and horror has, like, faded just a little bit, and Aerith kind of realizes that this is just a woman who got pulled into something that she, you know, couldn't handle. This is something that she's been taken advantage of, essentially. And I think, Eris sees that she feels sorry for us, but I also feel sorry for her in this moment.
I feel sorry for her as well, seeing as she does have ghosts in her blood.
I think I like kneel in front of her. I say, okay, we're gonna believe different things. That's our right as people to believe different things. I have heard that my goddess is dead, and you have just said that you ate her body, which sounds like crazy talk to me, but you believe what you believe. I just want to make sure that nobody is getting hurt. That's my main function in this life. And I really need you to tell me about Bellman.
I should say that your spell has probably ended.
Mm.
The Zone of Truth, because it's 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And crying, trying to be unresponsive. Make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Okay. Okay. Actually, not bad. 14.
She goes, "You can't take him away from us. He's doing her work." She's like wrestling with everything that you're telling her. You can see it play, like kind of like the cogs turning in her head, in her mind, and she's I mean, she's still just leaning into the idea that this is real. If this isn't real, what have I done? You know, kind of a thing. What all is happening? Yeah, there's a lot at stake for her personally in this, and so she's choosing to believe that it's real. And yeah, she's just kind of like, you, I can't betray him to you. I won't. I don't know what you guys want with him.
Right. Can I hold your hand? Is that okay? I'm not going to cast anything on you. I just want to hold your hand.
She just kind of shrugs because she's tied up anyways.
I mean, yeah, but okay. So I just like I hold her hand just gently. Just, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
And then Napoleon goes, it absolutely is not an easy amount of information you just got. I mean, it took my friend here to commune with an entirely new god to understand the whole situation.
I've been without my lady's light for a few weeks now. And it has been devastating. So I know a little bit of what you're going through. And I know what it feels like to live a purposeless life. So I know why you sought out that purpose, because I did the same thing.
Then come back.
I can't.
She's there.
Because she's not who she was if she's there now. She is something else. Something that no longer stands for the light and the truth and the gentleness and mercy that I have been following for the last 40 years of my life. I can't come back to a goddess who is no longer that, a goddess who thinks that it's okay to send a follower of hers to kill somebody else. Can't do that. That is not what I stand for, and that's not what she would have stood for. And I know that I yelled at you earlier, and I am sorry for that. I should not have taken out my anger on you. You don't deserve that.
It's okay. Seeker said that there were people that were deceived, and we can't reach all of them. I think I understand. It's okay.
Can I insight this? Because I don't believe her.
Yeah, she's probably got like a knife or some shit.
I don't believe this one bit. I want to try to insight if I think this girl's lying.
She's getting ready to stab the shit out of you or some shit.
Insight +4, 17.
She appears to be telling the truth.
Okay.
She appears to, well, yeah, I guess that works, but yeah, she believes what she's saying.
Is it a problem that I can't be convinced?
The light needs to be pure.
How can the light be pure when it's clouded with murder?
When it's clouded with what?
He said
Murder.
murder. Yeah.
Martar.
Murder.
Yeah, literally, you trying to murder someone because she told you to do it. I'm not. This is so contrary.
The goddess knows.
Talk to us about life before you joined the religion. Did you
I typical young woman, I guess, in the city. Been a physician's assistant for a couple of years. It's kind of a good life, but seemed kind of empty. Just a job, and yeah, never before have I had such purpose to reach all of the lost.
God, it is so cult.
talk to us about the moment you were kind of taken into the cult? Was it one moment? Did someone speak to you several times? Kind of. How did
She
that
said it
go?
was her friend.
Yeah, like I said, it was a friend. I saw just a new life in her, and that's what I wanted.
What's your friend's name?
I don't think she would like me telling you.
Do you still see her often? Were you friends long before she joined?
I mean, we went to medical academy together.
I wish there was a way we could get her to commune with a freaking god.
Can I ask you about the banquet itself? What did you feel when you partook in that? Like, what was the?
You see like this kind of excitement come into her eyes as she starts to describe it, and it's like, yeah, and she like starts to like lean against her restraints towards you. It's like it was. How can you describe it? Like it was like being in her presence, just bliss and euphoria. Like it better than sex.
Interesting. I always felt held and safe, not orgasmic, I guess would be the word there. That's a different vibe than what I know. I mean, I have been in her presence, and it was not necessarily warm, but safe. Like I was nestled in the palm of her hand, and I knew I wouldn't fall.
And it can go so much further. Like you just come and join the flock. Like it's just ready for you. We don't turn anyone away.
Where does the banquet take place?
Sorry to interrupt. When you say that you come and join the flock, what's the spelling of that?
COME. Get your mind out of the gutter.
But where does the banquet take place?
Let me go and I can take you there.
I would rather go on my own time. I appreciate the offer and your enthusiasm. I just I would need time to mentally prepare myself for something like that.
Take all the time you need, and in the meantime, someone will be there to guide you. But you'll
Ooh,
have to let me go.
I'm sorry. Back up just a second. Someone's going to be there to guide me?
The Seeker has eyes everywhere. He has shed her light into so many dark places. And he'll know. He'll know when you're ready to come. He'll send somebody to guide you.
If we let you go right now, are you going to immediately go and report that we, like, questioned you?
I mean, I can't hide anything from the Seeker, so...
Why not? Does he, like, peer into your mind, or is it just sort of like a voluntary thing?
He doesn't have to force us to do anything. We want to.
How many wives does he have?
I think he's celibate.
Haven't been invited to the orgy yet?
What orgy?
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna let you go. You tell the Seeker whatever you want to tell him. But
Great.
could you pass along a message for me?
Sure, yeah. I'll tell him whatever you want.
If he touches any of my friends, or if any of my friends get hurt, I'll burn his fucking church to the ground. And I'll save him for last. So he can watch it fall around his ears. That's all. You can go now.
She just kind of has like this shocked, like, my goodness, kind of face, but yeah.
Do you really just knock her out?
Yep.
I mean,
Excellent.
we're just letting a murderer go. It's fine. It's fine. It'll play out.
She's an
I don't-
unwilling participant.
Yes, I don't think that she is a murderer yet. I think we interrupted her first attempt at murder. And also, I think she has 100% been taken advantage of. So whatever was
It
whispering.
sounds
in
like
your
when you
ear
eat a
is-
piece of the goddess, they can just
they can control
whisper
you.
whatever they want.
Yeah, she's being controlled. So
There is one thing you might need to consider.
what?
There is one thing you might need to consider. Think about how she phrased how convening with the goddess felt to her. It sounds like a very addictive process. Are we sure that, hypothetically speaking, we might not be able to test if this wears off if we keep her away from the church? You know, for all we know, they need to keep drinking some of the blood every once in a while to renew the bond.
That's a good point. Maybe once it passes through her, it's gone. The main person seems to eat a lot of it.
What happens when they run out? I mean, there has to be some plan here, right? Because if it wears off, they're going to run out of body eventually, right? So then do they kill another god?
How big is Scepter? Not to sound awful.
She's massive. Isn't she like 40 feet tall or something like that when she's in like her corporeal form?
Yeah, something like that. She looks giant.
She's
Yeah.
huge. Yeah. 40 feet might be a
And-
stretch, but
and you
like she's
lost-
huge.
And you lost contact a week or two ago, so I mean,
Would it take a
it could be a
couple of
long
weeks
time.
It would
to
actually
get
take
from here to?
a bit more. Yeah.
Yeah.
It would
We
take
should
like
pose as recruits,
a month and a half, something like that.
go to this banquet as people seeking the goddess.
Is it actually her body?
But they know who we are. They know what we look like. Well, actually, I don't know if
they
they
know
know
what
what I
she
look
looks like. And I could change how I look, but they know what she looks like.
And I've been in bandages this whole time because you guys told me to.
They don't know who we are, or what we look like. And we killed all the people that did see us.
Yeah, but
Sorry, Leon. Sorry to remind you of that. But we did.
Yeah, you see him wince like pretty bad. It just
There are no
Well.
witnesses here, so
Well, let's get her a couple blocks from here. Make sure she'll be safe-ish.
You are 100% sure you don't want to try and separate her from the cult and let her detox. You know, I don't want to be the guy who brings this up, but we don't necessarily know how they're going to react to her coming back and telling them what you told her. For all we know, she's heard too much in terms of dissenting opinions. They may decide to actually just, kill her rather than trying to convince her that you're a mad woman who's lying to her. You let her go back, this might be the last time you see her.
I mean, I'm just wondering if keeping her here would be any better.
Mhm.
Because
On that,
at some point
Oh,
she's
yeah.
probably going to scream and who knows what other else. And
Mhm.
somebody's going to come
There is-
looking for her.
can I
She's
Can
a
I talk
victim
to you?
in all this. Yeah.
can I talk to you outside real quick? Just
Yeah.
very quickly.
By the way, is Brielle with us?
Yes.
Oh shit!
Okay.
Oh, I forgot she
Yeah.
existed.
Kind of forgot. Before we go outside, Brielle,
I forgot to.
when you
Let's say that
met
like
with-
during like once things kind of got rolling with like eating the god, she stepped outside.
by herself?
what did I
Okay.
miss?
Apparently Frog was there, or Cobb was there too. So
What did I miss?
when
Uh,
we're just talking about like where Brielle might have been, and so she
Yeah.
probably would have stepped outside at like the talk about like eating gods.
Oh yeah. I forgot she was there.
Mhm.
I've been so distracted with
Yeah.
kids.
Yeah,
Sorry.
we all did.
I just looked up at my notes from last session that said Brielle and our party as part of my list of who was in the cart with us, and I was like, oh shit, Brielle. But also I have a question for her.
Yeah,
so
so she
yes,
probably throw up.
Yeah, so I kind of hop on your shoulder. I don't know if you want to talk to Brielle first, just to double check she hasn't been snatched off the streets or something.
yeah, let's go find Brielle. I have a question for her.
She's outside. She's just kind of like peering
Okay.
off into the courtyard. There's a couple of neighborhood kids just playing with a patch ball, leather ball.
Mm.
I love it.
Hey.
And she's just kind of observing. Seems like she's zoning out, just kind of in her own headspace.
Hey, Brielle.
Hi.
That was heavy.
Yeah.
Up there. She's been completely indoctrinated, and yeah, I couldn't pull her out of it. But raised a question that I'd like to ask you, but I know it's going to be uncomfortable.
I haven't eaten any god or goddess before.
Thank the gods. I was worried that that was maybe what they had done to you, like forced you to eat it or something.
No. But I think it's kind of spitballing, but I feel that the seeker, whoever he is, I've never met him. I've only received word from him by other people. One of them we met earlier tonight, and who is now dead. Um, uh, I think they knew better than to try to persuade us to eat our god's body, or whatever that is.
Yeah, I don't know what they're eating, but if it is really her, I'm
It's disgusting.
actually, mm. And Aerith like kind of like plops Cobb off and runs away to just vomit because like it has finally hit her. Like, oh, they are eating my fucking goddess. Ugh. I eventually come back.
Yeah, no. I don't know who they're following. It's definitely not Scepter.
No,
It's not the same god.
it's some imitation of her. I because it looks the same, but it feels gooey. I
Yeah. I kept my mouth shut. Eliza didn't. She wanted answers. She demanded answers. And then because of that, I got taken in for questioning. Um, it was all very jarring. It was all very. I was kidnapped, essentially. And while they didn't use torture, I got the sense that I didn't want to be in that position again, for fear of what might happen. So now that I know
Is
kind of what is happening, um, I don't know what to do. I don't have Scepter's Light anymore. But the things that I feel
During
like I
this,
should do, that I should be able to do to right injustice and protect the weak, I can't do anymore.
my
But
character's just kind of leaning in the doorway, just checking on you guys, and now just listening as moral support.
but Aerith, I think you can.
um
I think you found help from someone else, and I don't know what to think
I'm
anymore.
working with Silveril and Ashtariel. I went to them in desperation and fear. I told them my fears, and they listened. I don't necessarily know how long I will have their divine favor. Once if I succeed in bringing justice and truth to light, then maybe we go our separate ways. And I have to figure out how to live without that light. But that's that's a big if. So, but I understand. I understand that feeling of I've been there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I want to keep you safe.
I can. I've been afraid to go check. And I think where they kidnapped me and interrogated me is not, well, wouldn't even know how to get there. But I don't know if that would be any use anyways. But here. I was meant come really this evening to meet in the Alley of Embers. In that paper that I snuck you has the information you need. Something that Eliza left behind as a failsafe. She hasn't turned up, so I'm afraid for what has happened to her. And I think there's others that have disappeared or have gone into hiding.
Yes, what's so weird to me is that the brightness and the radiant gave me a list of the excommunicated clerics.
They gave me
Almost
the
like
same thing.
Okay.
I think it was to we're showing you this sign of good faith,
Yeah.
And I never went looking because I was like, oh, okay, well, there's others like me. I moved on. But Eliza went looking, and at first it was like, oh, have either moved on, or they don't want to talk about it, or they're not where they were anymore. But she found it all so fishy that she kept digging, and I think the digging got her in trouble. I think she found that people had disappeared rather than just left or were in hiding. Yeah, there's something bigger happening. And I was too scared to look further.
Yeah. Hey, that's fair. I couldn't blame you for any of that. I mean, shit. I'm scared too.
Yeah. They're eating a god. Or something.
Or something. I mean, it would... But the question still remains. What happens when they run out? God body is not infinite. It is a finite resource. unless you kill another god. So is that their long-term plan? Are they going after?
Listen, you're the religious one here. Are you sure god bodies are finite? You know, they're not exactly known for following the same rules as us. You know, for all we
No,
know.
I'm not sure of anything. That's part of why I'm so fucking terrified. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what they're eating. I don't know if it's gonna run out. I don't.
And another thing I'm
Oh.
worried about, if they have the power to topple one goddess, how many more can they topple?
Larry,
And, like-
are you outside with us?
Yes, yeah, he's with it.
Yeah, he's in the.
Okay.
And like,
They come out in the doorway
Yeah.
to check on everyone, and then just started listening and just work.
and along those lines, like, I don't think it's an accident that it was like the first goddess to fall was the goddess who stood up and patroned a cleric who ended the war. Like, I don't think that's an accident. It feels retaliatory.
Well, and also like when they ate her, I feel like was more orgasmic and sensual versus her innate nature, which was peace and love. So maybe they aren't eating her. Maybe they're eating something else, and they're just claiming it's her. Because the
Have we
innate
heard-
nature is different.
Have we heard from any
Or
followers
they
of Lissa
warped
lately?
what she was.
No. I mean, you haven't run into any
They
of
could
them.
have used.
Yeah, we run in very different
They could have
circles.
used
Haven't gone to any brothels yet, you know? Haven't met any
Yeah.
madams.
A word Cobb taught me is profane. They could have used some profane ritual to distort what she used to stand for. Now that's why it's doing this.
The act itself could do that.
They might be
Hold
mixing the
the
blood
fucking
in with
phone.
something. That's a possibility.
Hold on.
Also, what are the other gods gonna do when they like find out a god was killed and people will be eating that flesh? Like, they're either gonna declare war or go into hiding. Those options.
If I
Yeah.
cast ceremony on whatever this dead body is, and I used atonement, which is you touch one willing creature, and if they're dead, they're willing, whose alignment has changed, and you make a DC 20 insight check. On a successful check, you restore the target to its original alignment. Would that
Technically,
fuck all of the
rules
plans up?
rules as written, a body is an object, not a creature.
Hmm.
But you could cleanse it. If it was profaned in a ritual or changed or altered, you could consecrate it. You could purify it like you would bless water. Maybe you could bless the body. You'd have to get a hold of a piece to give it a try.
Which would give you
May work.
confirmation that they've done something to it.
Uh-huh. I think we should pose as adherents or acolytes, and they're like, yo, we're down for this. And then we go to that feast and we get some bits of flesh. We just got to disguise you, and we just let them dice roll.
Remember,
I don't know that I would be able to fake my way through that.
there's
My
another problem.
teachings
There's
may
another
help me
problem.
resist their temptations. I might be able to sneak in and out, especially since they've never seen me before.
That doesn't solve the Amelia problem. Remember, like I said, they might kill her as soon as she goes back, simply because
You know,
she's now.
It's not our responsibility after this. I mean, this might
I
sound a little
don't know
retarded,
how
but
we can
told her the
solve
truth,
that problem.
and she kept going, and at some point free will is free will. So she goes back and they kill her for it. That's kind of on her, and we
Right,
are
but
trying to save the world.
I would say that
Right.
the police, the officers would hold her, but they're all
They're in on it,
infiltrated.
too.
That's not a
I can't.
They'll
yeah.
just
Yeah, with
kill her.
any
They'll just kill her.
sense of trust, or I don't know what the word I'm
'Cause-
trying to find is, but like I
I don't know.
can't trust.
Don't forget that at this point, I don't know
Yeah,
if
'cause
free
it
will
could-
Oh,
is
look
really.
at the baby.
Yeah, because Radin, it could just be your coworkers, but it could also be your boss, and your boss's boss are all in on it. We don't know.
Yeah, but can you really say that it's her own fault if she goes back if she's under mind altering drugs? We don't know to what the extent of the hypnotic effects of the blood is, and also don't forget Brielle herself is also still in a lot of danger. You know,
Yeah,
they've already tried to kill her a couple of times. You know, is there possibly
they
not
didn't
any?
though.
Sorry.
They kidnapped her once, and they tried to kidnap her again. We don't know what they would have done.
Uh,
But
Nothing
now
good,
that
I
you
don't
have,
think.
yeah, now that you do have an idea of what is happening, like I feel like you're in more danger than ever. Not to like scare you, but like I, I don't.
I think at this point
I
I
Brielle
and
just
needs to
needed
disappear.
a push one way or another. I would like to help if I can. I don't know how much help I can be. I
do
think
you
that they
have?
want me. So if you want to use me as bait, I'm willing to be bait.
oh,
Oh, that's risky.
We could try
I
getting.
I want this nightmare to end. Um
I don't want it to end with you getting hurt.
There's also.
Do you have any protections right now? Like, I mean, I'm good with fighting. She's good with smiting.
I mean, I didn't use
We
it
either use her
much,
as
but
bait
I've
or
got
go into hiding.
a mace and a shield, and I can swing it. Maybe not as good as big guy, but you know.
Yeah, there's probably hundreds of them in the city at this point, at least. You know, the concern is at this point, they've got enough people to have plenty of. We found 3 of them in the random watch office. You know, for all we know, they might be in the watch. They might be in the. They're already in the churches in the watch. They could be in local government. You don't really know how many of these guys there are. I feel like Brienne even being in the city is her being an assassination. Are we sure that maybe both Brielle and Amelia leaving the city isn't the best course of action right now?
Amelia's not leaving the city. Amelia's going back because she's a free entity and she does not trust us, and she already brainwashed. I take no responsibility for her at this point. Brielle either needs to be used as bait, or she absolutely has to leave the city. Like that, she can't
There's
stay
no
here.
other plan.
So
Okay,
either we
maybe
confront this head on and we take them out, or we get her the fuck out of here.
maybe it's you this
Brielle.
way. If you're
Wait,
so
I have an idea. Brielle, have you ever been to the Temple of Light?
No.
Could you get there and tell them what's going on here? Because I think that might be the biggest help. I mean, what are the chances that this rot has reached all the way to that temple?
It's a long way away, isn't it? Like, I mean, take
Yes,
me.
and it's in the mountains.
I could try. Um,
I mean, if I can find some of the other excommunicated clerics to send them with you, you could make some sort of like caravan. Or maybe we could hire like
Can be
somebody to
treated
go
as
with
a
you.
pilgrimage.
Yes.
We could send her away, and I could use this disguise hairpin to look like her, and we could set a trap.
We could.
I could look like her, and I could be the bait, and then she's leaving to the Temple of Light.
Can we say that we did move this conversation inside eventually? Because
Yeah.
I don't think we should be
We're
pointing
inside.
this
I
out
thought
on
we
the
were already
balcony.
inside. I thought we were like.
Sure.
I thought we had all moved
Yeah.
inside. That way it gets her out of the town. She could go on the pilgrimage, and then I pretend to be her with this guy's self. And then I derp derp. Oh no! Look at me out in the open all alone. And then they come get me, and then you guys mess them up. I'll do better in real time. I swear.
Yeah. I mean,
I'll fall over like cracks in the ground and look hopeless. I'll sell it.
it's up to you, Brielle. We do have a safe place that you could lay low for a few days while we attempt this trap and hopefully find some of the other clerics, maybe even Eliza. And then we send you all out to, get
She
in
can
touch
hide
with
at the inn.
the Temple of Light.
Well, I mean, if you can find Eliza, that that would put me at ease. I fear what may have happened to her at this point.
Same.
But so I mean, I don't know how you're gonna find the others, though. Like, you've got this Bose guy, Sanda, Gar, and Giovi. I don't know how many others there are, if there are many others. Like, but I don't know.
Yeah, Bose, Asanda, Gare, Giovi.
I wish we had a bat signal.
Just a symbol of scepter in this.
Symbol of scepter, they would know where to go.
I mean, we could try to put something together. Yeah. We do have one more lead that we have not chased down yet, which is the Explorers Guild.
What does the
okay.
Explorers Guild have to do with this?
There was I was told about sorry, I'm literally looking through my notes trying to find this name.
So you were told about Sir Hawthorne. What is his name?
Yes, Sir Hawthorne and Eotharian Frevlas.
Yeah.
Yep.
You got it. Yeah.
That's a lot of syllables. Yeah, so Sir Hawthorne, I guess, had also lost contact with Scepter at one point, and Eotharian, however you pronounce her name, is an elf, so she has memories of what happened back then, hopefully. So that's the only lead that I have not chased down yet. To see if something like this has happened before, has Scepter died before? Does she come back to life?
Pretty sure people
That's
didn't
good
eat her.
information to have.
I don't know.
So,
I mean, I'm
are you
pretty
wanting
sure
to
he
find that
hasn't.
out before
She
we
hasn't.
set the trap? Because I feel like we should just set the trap and go. Because they're looking for her now and they know she's on the loose.
Agree, and I honestly think we should walk out of here with 2 Brielles.
Well, we should have one because that's a tell if there are 2 Brielles and people see it. They're going to know
Think
we have
about
a
it.
fake Brielle.
Yeah, but they're not going to know which one's the real one.
Yeah, and that's gonna kind of get rid of the element of surprise we're trying to set up.
Yeah.
Yes, but also they cannot also get surprise on us either because they don't know which of you is the real one.
Yeah, but we have the full surprise if we just set me out there and they think I'm alone and then you guys are...
If all
bullshit.
attention's on her, real Brielle can sneak out of town and hopefully not get stalked on her pilgrimage.
That's true. Can we cast Disguise Self on Brielle?
I think it's a self-target spell.
I'm only able to do it on me.
Don't you need like a disguise kit or disguise other or something?
I mean, I am not proficient with disguise kits, but I can disguise myself as her. I don't think we should do it publicly. That tips them off that there's a fake one.
All right. I hear you.
We
Okay.
should.
I'm just worried because
we should put her under the body bag, and then we should go to the tavern, and then I look like her.
Okay.
And then we leave her at the tavern.
That's kind of, yes. So now we're aligned. Like, that's what I meant of like, we're walking out of here with 2 Brielles, right? But one of them is hidden.
Yeah.
Oh, no,
You wanted to hide her. I thought you just wanted us both like walking arm in arm, and I was like,
no, I'll be honest. I did not say that. That is on me.
Sorry,
you guys
sorry,
did not
okay.
read my mind. You're good.
Yeah,
No.
yeah. Okay, yeah.
Absolutely.
Like,
what?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, because if
It makes a lot more sense with that context. Of
if
that we
they
don't
like
show them.
try to like nab us on the way,
That's what
know.
I'm worried about.
yeah,
Although we
I'll
do
look
have
like her
round
as we
nipples now.
leave. Absolutely. Let's put her in with the sleeping inspector.
Yeah.
Sorry, I misunderstood you.
You're good. No, that was totally on me. I did not actually say everything that I needed to.
Okay.
I
So
need to use the restroom. Is
yeah,
this a good
I was
place to
gonna
take a
say
small break?
this is a good spot to break. Go get
Yay.
food, whatever you want. We'll try to make it to 15 minutes.
How long?
About 15.
15?
Yeah. 15, 20, something like that.
Sure.
We'll try to make it short.
Perfect.
Cool.
See you guys
All right.
soon.
See you soon. Pausing the
honestly,
recording.
If we stick her in that body bag, that sounds real bad out of context. But if we stick her in that body bag, we don't have to disguise her. I got disguise self,
Right.
and I can look like her. Will she
Yeah.
hold still so I could do like a 360 around her? I need to like really get a good look at her.
I mean, I don't know if you guys have like let her go yet.
I'm not
not
talking
Amelia.
about Emily, not Amelia.
Oh, Bri. Oh, yeah. You
Brielle.
can't. Yeah, sure.
I'm gonna look like Brielle.
She'll look. Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot for whatever reason.
I'm gonna be the bait as Brielle and try to lure in the
Cool.
the cult.
Radin does speak up and be like, "Is it all right to leave the investigator? Like, should we do something about that?
I was
Because
gonna
I don't know
go
how
check
serious
on
the
her.
poison is."
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm wondering why he hasn't woken up yet. Been a
I
while.
would. Did I take?
I thought he was stable.
Yeah,
I
the
thought
doctor
the
stabilized him. He's still asleep.
I thought the doctor stabilized the poison. Am I cray cray?
I think
thought
he
he did
was
too.
like trying to figure it out.
I thought.
Right?
I
I
thought
thought
that he had been
I-
like injected with some sort of like antidote of some
Yeah, he
kind,
got-
and he was
You got
just
injected
stabilized.
with something last time.
Sure.
Yeah.
Why not?
Okay. Whew.
I thought he did
was
though.
like,
I really thought he did.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
we
this would have
sent the
been
doctor away because
completely
we thought he
different.
was out of the woods.
I wouldn't have been like discussing
Oh my
disguise
God.
self plans.
So, like, I think he was like checking for injection marks. I don't remember him do it, but we can just
Get them to
retcon.
whip up something to help him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I feel like
we'll just retcon that there was so much happening last session.
I
It's
thought we
fine.
gave him like some sort of like poison stone.
What? No, there was some sort of like injection that Cobb was helping with.
Yeah, I
I'm
thought it
pretty
was
sure
made of that poison stone, that either universal poison.
Oh
cure-all,
no! Remember
give me
the
injection.
the doctor? It was the handkerchief that she put on the investigator, but I had the doctor take that off and treat him and treat the investigator for it. Remember?
Yeah, like you had him treat him.
Yeah, but that was just like smelling salts. So like, well, when he was already kind of unconscious, but
I'm pretty sure I remember you saying that he was treating him for that specific toxin. Now that he realized what it was. I think.
Yeah, and I'm pretty much okay with that just being the case. So
Nope.
yeah,
Let's move forward. He's stable! Yay!
Yeah.
We did it.
My heart. I was like, well, we just doomed a man
Oh,
for a
shoot, I
second
think I
there.
took that wrong.
so
Thanks, merciful DM. Thank you.
I have a question
mhm.
about mechanics. Because I know wizards can cast certain things as ritual spells. Would you allow me to cast Lesser Restoration as some type of ritual spell? Like if I like roll a religion check or something like that to like I accidentally
Like they
prepared it
kind of
instead of
depend.
opening it.
Ow.
I
Like,
used to
didn't
know.
prepare it.
I used to know
Mm.
how.
You can
How
tell me
those work.
no. I was just
So it depends
like if
on
that was a thing I could do.
whether clerics get their ritual casting feature.
Yeah. I don't know actually.
I mean, you should have some ritual spells, but not on Lesser Restoration.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of what I was like. It's not marked as a ritual spell, but if you spend 10 minutes and da 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 da, but that's wizards, I'm pretty sure. Or wizards
Mhm.
and maybe sorcerers. But I
I
was
get
wondering
ritual
like
spells for sure, and so do
yes.
warlocks. Yeah,
So I
yeah.
was wondering like if I could like mechanically make that work for a cleric as well, like by doing a religion check. If I roll high enough, I can get like a one use of that spell. You can absolutely say no. It is not rules as written.
Right. No. I'm just like checking because like they changed some stuff with rituals. Um. Okay. Yeah. So I just went to the Wizard 2024 rules just to see what they had there. So they don't say anything about rituals anymore in all the other spellcasting features for all the other classes, but they do for wizards because wizards have a special ability to ritual cast things that they haven't prepared. So yeah, which seems to tell me that you can cast things as a ritual as long as it has the ritual tag.
Okay, so it does not.
Man.
Sucks.
Let's see.
All
Let
right.
me, just to make sure that things are consistent within the world, let me look up commune. Because I definitely did that as a ritual, and I definitely did true polymorph as a ritual.
I do have ritual cast for like gentle repose or augury or purify food and drink, but I just don't have those prepared.
Okay.
But lesser restoration does not have a ritual tag.
Well, dang. There goes that.
So I definitely
It wouldn't
ritual
help, though.
casted true polymorph with Sybil. Well, sort of ritual cat. Yeah, I did something strange with that one. But yeah, we'll say that the investigator is stable, so there's not much that you need to do, but he's just gonna be unconscious for a bit.
Okay.
Yeah, he's dead weight right now.
Okay. Yeah,
We
because
should write a note, put it on his chest in case he wakes up while we're gone. Saved your life, XOXO.
I don't think we should leave him here.
No, we should take him with us to the tavern.
I got more
Yes.
things. We could just make it look like just someone we're taking to get help. I could carry him like normal.
Yeah, like we bring him in the cart, right? We might have to walk a little bit. We can take turns carrying him, but it'll obviously be like, oh, our our friend is unconscious, trying to get him to safety.
We should just leave him in the cart. Just leave him in the cart. Just bring him like he is. We gotta take him out of the bag.
My food is here. I'll be right back.
Food.
Just leave him in the body bag. Push him in the cart. We'll just go to the tavern. They're not gonna ask questions, and if they do, we'll
Yeah.
like,
One way or another, you guys can move him into the cart, as you so please.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna
Get
like
them both in there.
trip you guys up with that one, or whatever. How are you handling Amelia?
Airless said she wanted to let her go. I have no interest in trying to kidnap a woman to save her against her will. We'd lack the manpower and resources to try to keep her around. I know Cobb wants to save her. I'm so sorry, Cobb. I just honestly don't feel like she's our problem. We can't save everybody.
The one time I tried to be a good character, you do this.
But you're not doing it for good reasons. You want to experiment on
Yeah,
her.
that's not good.
But they're good experiments.
That's debatable.
That's very debatable.
I could experiment on her blood to find a cure for the god indoctrination. I could
You
save
don't know
her.
that. That's a wild
No.
guess, sir.
Wait, what did I miss?
We're figuring out what to do with Amelia. So whether to let her go or keep her. Seems like everybody's in favor of just letting her go.
Except for Cobb.
Well, she can't stay
But
here.
I mean,
that's the one.
we lack the
thing.
manpower and
that's
resources
out of the
to keep
question.
her.
Yeah.
And if she's
I
not
would
coming
not
with
feel-
us, I feel uncomfortable leaving her with the frog and
Yeah.
leaving her here.
We blindfold her, we take her outside, we spin her around a few times, and we let her go. She's got a message to deliver, which is fuck
I
around
truly
and
just-
find out, and I'm gonna burn your shit to the ground, apparently. And we go to our place.
What's that with the lemons?
Listen, the biggest influence in my life for the first 84-ish years was Purith's Temple, where the solution to most problems is kill it with fire. So,
It's fair. It's fair.
If it doesn't
what I
survive the
default.
fire, then it couldn't be refined.
And then we'll put the inspector and Brielle in the body bags in the cart. We'll just push the cart. We'll go to the tavern, just push the cart with the body bags. Almost guarantee nobody fucking says anything. And if they do, we'll be like, he's poisoned. We're just taking care of him. And then we go upstairs. Let's go upstairs. Let's go upstairs to our room. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
He drank a little too much. We're just getting him to a bed so he can sleep it off.
Yeah,
Although I've been lying
everybody in the
a
body bag.
lot lately, so if somebody else can do the lying this time, I would really appreciate it. It weighs
I
on
don't
me.
think
like
I'm
a
gonna be good
physical
at that.
weight.
I got you. I'll lie.
Thank you, Bricksta.
I got
Appreciate
this.
you.
I don't usually lie, but I'm pretty good at it.
Okay, so then he grabs so we've only got one body bag.
That's what I was saying.
Um
Do we have a sheet? You got a sheet we can wrap Brielle in?
I have the wrappings that are on me, the cloth wrappings.
Well,
I mean, I got a
why wouldn't we
blanket.
just have
I can
He
Why
has
do-
the blanket.
do a blanket.
Yeah, let's wrap her in a blanket. Let's not make this weird.
Weirder.
I do feel like the body bag is going to raise some other questions. So, do you have two blankets? Or
Are the
can we-
blankets not? I feel like the blankets are also going to raise questions, maybe not to the same degree,
No.
but
Yeah. Well, can we just oh no.
let's
Predicament.
Um,
I'm not
Okay.
good in this type
So
of predicament.
I have a
This
blanket
is
to work
you
with.
level
We have the
stupid.
body bag. We'll take Brielle with the body bag, right? Or do we just like? I mean,
yeah,
the
I think
investigator's kind of
Brum's
already
getting
Well,
in.
out of it.
I can carry the investigator on
I
my
can,
back, and we can
yeah,
just
like
over
we can like help him like he's not sober.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's what I was envisioning. And then
And then
we just
somebody
have-
else. Yeah, well, and then Brielle's going to be in the body bag. But then how do we get the body bag up?
Just use the cart. Just use the
Cover
cart.
it in a blanket.
Well, the cart, but then
You're
like
an invest-
then getting
you're an officer.
into the
Say so.
tavern or this
Yeah.
beggar's respite.
uh-huh.
Well, we would just drop her off along the way somewhere.
Do any of you have a trunk?
Oh, I might.
I could go stop by and get a trunk.
I'm circling Brielle because I'm getting a real good look at her because I need to replicate what she looks like.
Mm-hmm.
Her armor, her hair, the
Well,
dirt
she's not
on her
wearing any
face.
armor right now, but yeah.
Oh, anything she's wearing. Like I'm,
Yeah.
you know, if her eyes are red from crying still, I'm just gonna replicate it all.
Also, I confused Brielle with the other chick we're trying to get rid of. My bad.
Amelia, yeah. We'll say that you guys kind of like walk her out to a couple blocks, spin her around, and then let her go.
Take the blindfold off, shove her. Get out of here. Go deliver your message. Get
Yeah.
out.
Yep.
God eater. Get out of here.
So-
that sounds like such an.
God Eater does sound like such an insult. I say we start it. We make it a whole thing.
Dude, she ain't gonna be right. When I was in
Like
her
the little
mind for that
girl.
6 seconds, did she feel weird? Did she feel different?
It felt, well, I mean, yeah, it's a different person, but yeah, she definitely.
Do I turn to my friends and go, she ain't right?
Yeah,
There's something, I was in there, she ain't right.
yeah, it felt off. Like the things that would
Okay.
alarm you don't wouldn't have alarmed her, and you know,
Yeah.
it's kind of
Something's
like
off
this.
about her, guys. Eating god flesh does something to you because she just felt off. I can't describe it more, but that girl ain't right.
Here, Hank Hill go. That girl ain't right.
That girl ain't right. Cobb, you know, she probably would have messed up your tests. She wasn't right.
How so? You know, you just take the skin off first, then you take the eyes and you boil them and you see what comes out. It's simple.
Because she ate god flesh, and I bet that's done something to her body.
Yeah,
She's
but
not going to respond normally.
I feel like
Yeah,
I
but
should
then I
arrest
could've-
the frog, but
Well, let's cross that
We're-
bridge
we're
later,
kind of in-
because he's helpful right now.
an interesting predicament, and I'm going to chalk this up to survivor stress or whatever.
Yeah, girl, you eat that
Okay.
god flesh. It's fine. We won't tell nobody.
So,
Take that, roommates.
so, cool.
Yeah, so
You guys
we're
get
carrying,
people,
like,
you get people loaded
we
up
get to burn his
into the cart. You guys start moseying on out. Let's get this moving.
Yeah.
We've been here a while.
Oh my gosh.
Leon,
So-
are you carrying the inspector on your back?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, I
Okay,
mean, we
so
can-
you're
I've
weekend
got her,
everybody's eating it right now.
We can until the cart at least. So as everybody's loaded up into the cart, like Brunt is just kind of like slouched over, snoozing away.
I look like Brielle.
Yeah. Perfect. Yep.
I'm probably
load up-
like I've got my arm around Brumt, keeping him like upright,
Okay.
like you would do with a friend who's a little too drunk.
Yeah. And then you've got the body bag, which has the real Brielle. She is not standing up.
I rolled a nat 20 to act like Brielle. So she's looked really scared and weepy lately. So I'm going to emulate that.
Okay. You do so.
Yeah,
And I walk-
performance. Yeah,
And I walk close to
I
Airless.
love it. Oh my gosh.
That's great. Okay.
She's done nothing but cry since I met her.
She has been through a lot.
Yeah. She found out her god died, and then she got arrested. I almost kidnapped. I know.
What do you think Aerith's going to do the second she's
Brutal murders.
I'm not judging her, but like I am emulating her, and that's largely what she's done. So I'm going to continue.
Yeah, with Radin driving the team, he's like, all right, we're looking for a beggar, a specific beggar. How
It's
Help me
still
out,
kind
guys.
of vague how it works. I just do this, and I see the nearest beggar, and I have the magic coin, and see if there's any reactions that aren't like greed reaction.
Okay, yeah. For this, let's go ahead and do like investigation with advantage.
So I got 19 and 15, so 19.
Okay. So with a 19, you guys go a few blocks just outside of a busy thoroughfare. You manage to find a beggar who recognizes the coin and like he doesn't even hesitate. He sees it. His eyes kind of get wide and he just like asks you to like scoot over, whoever's like on the team's bench, and he just hops up there. Ooh, ouch. And then
Careful, sir.
yeah. Yeah, and then he just kind of directs Radin towards the beggar's respite. And like 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes later, you're there. Well, I guess it would take a little bit longer, but especially with the cart. So you'd have to like make your way to the lifts and then go down to the 4th tier, and then yeah, you do find it. Takes a while, but he gets you there. And then the beggar does something, again, clandestine with the door and the coin. And the door opens up. And it's like, it's not like a busy street. It looks kind of like industrial-ish down here. Yeah, and people are kind of milling about, but you know, they're not bothering really anybody, and you're off the beaten path a little bit. And so this door looks like it goes into another building that has a perfectly good door that goes into it, you know, facing the street. But this door is there, and it looks like the door that you remember. So you open it up, and inside is the beggar's respite. And it is moderately busy, even for a morning. Like, you know, maybe there's people who have spent the night and they're just breaking their fast here. Yeah, but, you know, some people check out the newcomers, some people don't. You bring in a still snoozy... Yeah, you bring in a still snoozy, Brumped, and then a body bag.
And then we immediately unzip the body bag and let Brielle out.
Yeah.
No, we probably don't.
And like,
actually, we might want to wait.
Okay.
Yeah, we should wait till we get her in the room.
Get into a room.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. People. You do notice that some people raise their eyebrows or like stop and kind of take notice. Some people point you out. But nobody's stopping you. And
Just gotta act confident.
yeah, you
I love this place.
you head upstairs and you go to your rooms.
Mm.
Or a room. I don't know. Whose room are you guys piling into?
Hairless room.
Yeah, I was gonna suggest that. I've got a bunch of like notes
Yeah.
and shit in my room, so
Cool. Yeah. So you guys all pile into Air's room and get in there and unzip Brielle, or unlace Brielle, I guess.
Mhm.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, that's a strange experience. Nobody even stopped us. I mean, we look like guards, but like,
oh, I did forget about
Yeah.
that.
They probably
Yeah.
thought that someone might have been under arrest or something, but
So a group
If you just
of
walk
city
around
guards.
like you're supposed to be where you're supposed to be with the things you're doing, most people don't say anything. It's fine.
it's very
That's
true.
hilarious.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Rules don't actually matter, so
Well, no, they do.
so convinced.
I mean,
I will still arrest you if you break the law, but
which is fair.
No.
We should probably stop doing that now.
I mean, I
Doesn't
haven't broken
feel
any
good.
rules.
I would
Self-defense is
appreciate
allowed.
that, but we're still not out of the woods yet. So
Yeah. So yeah, welcome to the Beggar's Respite.
thank you.
Yeah,
Who
it
owns
moves
this
around.
place? It moves. Okay.
We don't know.
Yeah, there's
Okay.
some strange magic going on here. We don't. Cobb has been looking into it. We don't really know what's going on there yet. The bartender's name is Flo, and it's this weird magic where whatever you want kind of appears, or it, like is given to you.
So if I really just wanted 1,000 gold,
Mm,
Well, it's food and drink.
more like food. Yeah,
Oh.
food and drink.
okay.
Yeah, we tried to have him turn back. You know what? I'm not going to finish that sentence. I stopped talking because I don't blurt out Cobb's business.
Yeah.
You almost did.
It would be the fourth or fifth time either you or Aerith has done it. And
Whoa,
I am
I've
keeping
never
count.
blurted out your business.
No,
Time out.
I'm the one.
no, both of
I'm
you.
the one.
No, I both of you have done it separately at least 3 times. You just don't realize
No.
you've done it.
I've never actually blurted out your business.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's really the one.
I have punched you in the face, sir, but I have never blurted out your business.
Yeah, and you know, as soon as my character has his body back, you're gonna get the fucking wedgie of your life. I swear to
He's on
God.
the body bag.
You're not in the body
What?
bag.
No, when I get my body back.
Oh, body
Oh.
back.
Your body back. I see what happened. See what happened there.
I never really said.
I'm just saying, I haven't ever actually blurted out your business.
I know, and I don't worry. I'm keeping a journal of all of the ways in which you've wronged me, you
Hmm.
motherfucker.
Anyway,
I'll let that you next time.
although I do wonder what the constraints of that are. Like,
Hey,
yeah,
if
food
he
and
does
drink,
turn back, I hope he still has the diaper on.
what?
I hope he loses
never
all
once-
his memories when he turns back.
I never once had a diaper.
You did. You were actually put in a diaper when the Thorn Hustle, Thorn
Thornwood?
Reckon lady was looking at you. You actually did.
It doesn't fucking count.
Hmm.
It's more like a shit containment unit, you know?
That
Yeah,
that
that's
is what a
what I'm
diaper is.
Computer
Yeah.
decided-
No, no. I will go to my grave saying they were two different things.
And I have to say, you kept pooping everywhere on books, in the hallway, in the classroom, and somewhere else.
Listen,
There were like
first
4
thing-
separate occasions
It
that
was
you
established.
defecated, sir.
You know what? Just as you say that, Cobb shits all over. He jumps into your hands and then he shits, and then he jumps off. So just you know.
If you do that, I will immediately rub my hand all over your face. Let's pretend that never happened then, huh?
I lock eyes with you as your hands are in fact covered with shit, and I say, "Do you think that bothers me? How do you know it doesn't turn me on? Your move, motherfucker."
Cobb,
While
make
this
a
is happening,
Constitution
Yeah,
saving throw.
yeah. Let's go. Let's go.
Oh.
Let's go. Let's go.
What's
Yeah, let's make-
happening?
Cobb, make a
This is
Constitution
happening?
saving throw. Yeah.
No, I'm trying to find the right tab. I've got 60 million tabs on. I'm trying to find where my D&D Beyond was. Sorry, give me a second. Oh, fuck, where did I? Just give me a second to open the new one.
Okay, but while the two of them are in this like sibling fight, I turn to Radin and go, "Do you want to get that drink now? Because I feel like I could really use one right now."
Yeah. Let's go do that.
I like to imagine what's happening is that she's holding her finger near to me, and I'm screaming, "Stop touching me!" And
Yeah,
Brix
it's
is,
No, I think she is just smearing your.
yeah.
Yeah.
Let me just make the con saving throw. Sorry, I finally got it open.
Push. Also, I look like Brielle, so
Yeah. And I
Brielle's just watching this all go down.
and Folian's
That's-
just shaking his head, going,
That's so
I'm
surreal.
too tired.
Like, wow. So that's what I would look like smearing shit on a frog.
Yup.
Yeah. So,
You never thought you would utter.
Cobb, you do not become poisoned, but you it is not pleasant, and so you also vomit.
I vomit on Brickster.
Prestidigitation only on me, not the frog.
I cast prestidigitation on myself as well. Then I cast prestidigitation on you to make you dirty with goat poo. I
wanna
can
believe it.
also.
Everyone else has left the room
What am I
at this
supposed to do
point.
here? I'm being
You're
like
not
so
there.
provoked. What am I supposed to do here, guys?
I left my own room.
Shit all over your room.
Yeah,
Yes.
prestidigitation
Vomit
can
all
soil
in my
something.
room.
Yeah. So, okay. So while they're having a prestidigitation poo fight,
I did not want to participate in this at all.
Yeah, you're getting that drink with Radin. And Brielle is just
Getting
like,
off, you monsters.
I'm gonna go.
Yeah, there should be a room for you. I can ask
Hold on,
Flo.
friend. Let me show you how this place works. And I just take Brielle, the actual Brielle.
Yeah.
So she's got her date. I got Brielle. I'm helping her out.
Yeah. Okay.
And Brumpt, I think, is probably just like lying
Yes,
near the
he's
shit fight, but he's asleep.
Yeah. That is essentially what's happening. Yes.
Oh
So-
my God.
Let me get this. Okay.
What time in the day?
So it is like
Morning.
late morning. Yeah,
Oh my God.
it's late
We're
morning.
day drinking today.
Brixta's missing her first day of class. You know, there's so much going on. So You and Radin go downstairs and go up to the bar. Do you grab a table or what you want? It
Probably grab a
is
table. I don't think we've eaten.
like it's not full down here, but like there's people, right?
Yeah.
So you grab.
Also,
you
I've
can
taken
grab a
off
table.
everything.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm back to just fully on in his monk garb.
Okay. Yeah. Perfect. So, yeah, grab a table. That's good. So, how does it work here? If they know what I want, do they just like bring it to me, or do I have to order from this flow? She's like, nah, honey, we got you. And she comes over with a big old pile of foamy ale and or mug of fully, not pile, mug of foamy ale.
I was just gonna let you roll with it. I wasn't gonna question it. It's magic. I don't care.
And yeah, she brings you like a nice refreshing wine, a sparkling wine,
Nice. Yeah. Thank you so much, Flo. This is what I needed.
Don't mention it.
And I like.
And she walks away.
And I like hold my wine glass up as if to like cheers with.
Yeah. Just like this
Radin.
big old hefty pewter stein, and
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like, yeah, it's a little bit of a
Little
clunk,
Yeah.
Yeah, but he takes, like, sniffs it at first, and then he takes a sip. It's like, that's good. Must be fresh. All right.
Yeah. I could not explain this place to you even if I tried.
Yeah.
So,
No, that's all right. Somehow I think it's easier to understand without understanding it.
Yeah. Kind of.
That's a
My
very
view on it,
nice
too.
way to put it.
Wait, Folion, are you a third wheel on our date right now? Is that what's happening?
I just followed you guys with Brielle, and we just kind of were there. I was trying to say what I was gonna do, but everyone just kept talking over, so I'm like, all right, we're there.
Sorry, I thought you were going to take
sorry.
Brielle somewhere else, and I was going to get to you, but yeah.
Well,
Okay.
we went down to go get food too, and I was gonna say we would break off and go to like
Okay.
find two others together that I could explain this place to her the best I can.
Yeah, we can say that
Thank
that's
you.
what happened. Yeah, we can.
You're just like as you pass by us, you just make that comment.
Sure, yeah.
That's a really nice way to put it.
Yeah, so there's a lot of things in the city like that, honestly, so. Yeah. And really the only thing I have to understand is the law and whether or not someone's breaking it, so. It's really easy. In that regard.
Yeah.
So this is
the city tax code. Sorry.
Excuse me, I have to go now apprehend this white collar criminal.
I oh, go ahead.
Yeah, this isn't exactly how I expected us to meet again.
This is the farthest thing from what I thought would happen. So yeah, right there with you.
Yeah.
It's been a really weird, like 24 hours.
I bet. Yeah. Do you want to talk about it? Seems like there's a lot going on.
Yeah.
More than what I've seen, for sure.
Yeah.
It's okay if you don't. We can just not.
I mean, I think I'm still processing a lot of it. I mean, and also, there's a lot of people around. I don't want to talk about too much that's like sensitive information, but like, I mean, fuck.
Indeed.
I killed someone last night. Not because they.
Self-defense, though, yeah?
I know, but it's still a life.
I mean, excessive force is one thing. People react differently in the moment. I've killed people. Not exactly stoked about it.
I mean,
Some of them more or less deserved it, but
Yeah, I mean, anytime before that I've taken life, it has been because somebody has asked me to shepherd them along at the end of their life, or somebody else's life was in danger. And I did what I had to. But last night, it was self-defense, but I was also so angry. I've never killed somebody in anger before. And I've followed this teaching of gentleness and mercy for decades. And in a single moment of anger, that fell away. And so I think it's just weighing on me really heavily right now. And this is not great first date talk, but yeah.
Is that what this is then? First date?
I mean, I was kind of hoping. It doesn't have to be if we want it to be under better circumstances, or if you didn't want it to be a date at all. I can't speak for you, but
No, I think this is okay.
Can we talk about something normal?
I was going to ask whether or not you wanted me to commiserate with my own stories, or yeah. But
I mean, you absolutely.
I feel like it's going to bring down the mood. So we've already.
I really did start us off on a dark foot. So
there's plenty here to trauma bond over. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Okay, so what do you like to do when you're not smashing cultists?
I love reading. I just like learning about as much as I can. I mean, especially because we've lost so much of our history. I just like to soak in as much knowledge as I can.
I get that. Yeah, that's I guess not to be stereotypical, but I feel like a lot of elves are that way. Yeah.
Yeah, some of us prefer just like hanging out in the woods all day. That's never been totally my vibe, but I get it.
Yeah. Yeah, I've met a few of those. Had to get some of them out of trees.
Sometimes they get stuck up there like cats. Especially the
exactly
younger
like cats. Yeah, it's yeah.
Like, you got yourself up there, you should know how to get yourself down.
No. They'd starve if they didn't have help.
Yeah.
But yeah, all right. So, is this like, well, all right. It's verging on, the downer territory, but is this like a typical day for you, or?
Oh, God, so. Typically, I stay in a place for a few weeks, help out whoever's in need of help. They give me shelter, food in exchange, and then I move on to the next place, wherever I'm called. This has been weird. This has been really weird. I don't think I've ever dealt with cultists before. or conspiracies,
Huh.
or
Lucky you.
are there a lot here?
It's a big city. A few years ago, no, not even a few years ago, like a year ago now. Man, it feels so long. Yeah, we had some. I don't know. I don't want to call them gray elves, but like they looked like them. Came up from the bottom of our city. That was weird. A lot of like necromancy stuff happening there in the 9th tier, which is now being repopulated. So there's hope there at least. Still kind of seedy, but whatever. It's Amberin. Yeah, I, there's here and there get little like pockets of ne'er-do-wells who think they have discovered some ancient truth, and yeah, it happens. I don't deal with that too much. I've dealt with it once, wasn't pretty. Not stoked about it happening again. But yeah. It sounds this all sounds very bad and needs to be stopped.
Yeah. I mean, do you want to talk about what happened the last time? We don't have to. We can save that for like date number 2, I guess.
Oh,
if you wanted to.
Let's save it for another time.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair. Okay, well, tell me about you. How long have you been in the city guard? Have you always lived in Amberin, or are you
born and
an
raised?
implant?
Yeah, spent a lot of time down in the Warrens when I was young. Kind of, I was one of the ones that made it out, so to speak. I was bigger than most other kids, and so that kept me relatively safe. But yeah, I never wanted people to be afraid of me. So I tried to do good, tried to do right. The guard seemed like a good place to put it seems like it suited me. I wanted to be useful in some way, shape, or form, and I know we're more than what we're useful for, but it's like, yeah, it still helps when, yeah, this feels good to do. So, guard was that for me. I know that there's a lot of mixed opinions on them, but for me, I try to do right by the citizens, right by my liege lord. Try to bridge that gap as best I can. Yeah, so I guess in a way it was always a kind of a calling for me, even though I didn't know it all the time. Yeah. Been a guard for 6 years, going on, I think. Or is it 7? Tends to blur. Feels like I've been doing it for so long.
I understand.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, time's probably different for you than it is me, but yeah.
Yeah, a little bit. It feels less prevalent, I guess. But because I have so much of it, theoretically. But I've lived among humans for so long now that it's given me this perspective of how precious life really is. And I know that sounds so cliche when I say it, but like truly, you get what, 70, 80 good years, and then you're off to the next step in the cycle, I guess. But what do you make of those 80 years? I've lived over 80 years. What did I make of myself in those 80 years? Have I done enough? Like those are
This may
things
be
that I
taboo. I don't know if it's
no,
taboo for elves, the same way it is for human women. But how old are you?
uh I'm
You don't have to answer.
so in human years I would be about 24, 25. But in elf years I am 210.
Nice.
And if you don't mind me asking, how
So
old are
imagine
you?
the bully from the DBZ of Rich. That's hot.
Yeah, no, I'm going on 28 here, so getting towards the end of my guard beat days.
Oh, so what would you want to do when you're,
I don't know, I could move up into officer stuff. I've been hesitant to do that. I don't know. I kind of like being with the people instead of stuck in an office doing paperwork. But I mean,
totally get you on that.
the captains and chiefs, they've got the pull to do more than I can alone. Kind of. I don't know. So I've been don't like to admit that I have been hesitant to do anything. I like to try to be assertive and do what I think is right, but and do it when it matters. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe it just hasn't felt like it matters yet, or maybe I don't know. But there reaches a certain point in time when you're just not as athletic anymore, and your body can't chase, say, a cut purse or tango with some street thugs that think that they can take you, or try to prey on somebody else that can't fight back, or there's a shelf life for most guards in that regard. Guard regard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, no. Aside from my guarding life, I don't get a lot of time. I don't have a lot of stuff at my apartment. Pretty much just use it. Yeah, use it as kind of like a stay over when I'm not on rotation for an extended period of time. So I spend most of my time at the precinct, and yeah, I do like to catch the odd play. Theater's kind of fun. Yeah. I like to read. Most people think guards are illiterate. It's not true. But yeah, I think there's a lot of, even if our philosophy or whatever else is coming from a short-sightedness, we don't have all of history to look back on and contemplate. There's some good wisdom still in like differing ideas and perspectives, etc. So
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, your story just sounds so similar to mine. Uh, I was raised in the Temple of Purith as a ward of the temple. Um, and as soon as I came of age, which is unfortunately for elves at the age of 90, I left. Um,
Mm.
and I really didn't really know what my purpose was. I didn't know what my calling was. I just knew it had to be better than what I'd just come from. Um, and I was just sort of wandering, and I came across this little elven boy. Couldn't have been more than 20. And he fell out of a tree, which, convenient that we were talking about that earlier. But he fell out of a tree, like right in front of me, and broke his arm. And I just remember, like, it wasn't even a thought. I knew medicine, so I just immediately started helping him. And that was the moment where I was like, oh, I can be a spot of good in this world. I can make this world better. And
Yeah.
before that, I don't think I thought that I could do that. You know what I mean?
I kind of get that. Yeah. Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
you never really think about it until you're put into a position where you can do it.
Yeah.
Where you can help somebody. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, I love that we have like little bystanders to our first date. This is so funny.
um
Mm.
Good luck. Yeah. I'm still just like envisioning the Giga Chad meme. Like that's kind of like what I have in mind.
He's got the handsome Squidward face. It's honestly appalling if you ever saw it in real life, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Just muscles on muscles. Yeah.
Uh-huh. It's like an unhealthy amount of muscles. That man has not had water in weeks.
It's like, how do you bend over?
Yeah. Totally.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Mm.
Sorry, didn't mean to derail.
No, you're good.
You're good.
He's kind of like circling the end of his ale and is like, so maybe it's just the stress, and tell me if I'm off the rails here, but I'm interested to know what 210 years has taught you.
In what regard?
Well, I was thinking we could get a room and find out.
She finishes off her wine and stands up. Let's go explore.
All right. So, we'll do a tasteful fade to black there. As
Yep.
Oh, God.
yeah, right.
Wait, I could
Somebody else.
You walk back into your room and it is disgusting.
Hi, were like, we're gonna go find your room.
I have a room.
Probably somewhere.
Well, we'll find it, I guess.
Wait, Grace, I can't hear you. Are you muted?
Yeah.
Oh,
I said a
My
lot of
camera's
stuff. I'm just gonna recap and say I would not leave you a poop room. It would be clean.
thank you.
Prestidigitation, I wouldn't leave, but we definitely leave your room.
Yeah. All right. Folion and Brielle. So
Yep.
what you all guys doing? Like, what are you? How's your conversation?
So I basically sat her down somewhere, and I am been just going. Yeah, it's this place is pretty nice. It basically you just kind of wait for food and stuff to show up, and it just does. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's a total mystery. And she like scoots you a couple plates and some drinks, and then walks away.
And he's just like so
Oh.
excited, like, see, this is awesome. I love this place. Makes me feel at least a little better about not knowing where home is.
Where did she come from? I
Oh,
didn't
she
even
comes
notice
from
her.
wherever she wants. Yeah, she's pretty special like that. I wish I could do that.
And how did she know I wanted this?
Oh, she doesn't know it. This place just knows. It's kind of weird.
Huh. Well, she like takes a spoonful and like tastes like, oh my god, it's so good, and just starts eating.
Starts digging
Just-
into it.
yeah, yeah. It's like so good, and
Yeah, this place and the friends I found have been the greatest help since I realized how lost I am. So I've just been so happy this place is here.
I think I understand now. Yeah, if I had a place like the Riverlight Garden, great. I love working there, but they don't have food
Oh,
like this, and this is so good. um, this could become a vice. I think I might not want to leave.
Well, I think this place treats it more of you're only here for as long as you need to be.
How long might that be?
I don't know. I haven't really figured that out. I've been meditating on it like a
Hmm.
lot.
Okay. I might test theory then.
Another
I might
quizzical type.
experiment.
Keep running into those.
So you're unusual, if I might say.
Yeah, I've been getting that a lot in the last few days.
If I wasn't already terrified, I would probably maybe have been terrified of you.
I've gotten that once or twice too.
Do you know why you're like that?
Oh, this is just how I am. That's how we all are back in the monastery where I was born.
So, Aerith gives
Oh goodness, you.
Okay. So, okay, interesting. Where do you come from then? Do you?
So that's a lot of what's happening right now. I don't really know. And my friends have been trying to be with me while I'm trying to sort that out.
Hmm, that's stressful. I'm.
Oh yeah, I was very sad for a while, but after some good meditation, I realized that I may not have my family here with me, but I do have these new companions that are kind of like a family too. Especially Aerith has been such a nice person helping me out, and Rixta has been very helpful in guiding us through decisions and kind of helping out with a lot of emotional support. And Cobb has been there.
Okay. Yeah. Um. Okay.
I do have to give him a lot of credit, though. He taught me how to speak this language. I did not know when I first met him.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Brixta seems like a very actionable person, and well, so does Aerith, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I get that vibe from them. Um. But yeah, how are you handling not knowing and not?
Well, at first, not very well. And then the events of what happened really didn't help. But then realizing I'm not alone in this nonsense, it definitely helped out a lot. It was
Yeah.
a lot of meditation.
Oh, that's good. You meditate. Okay. Um,
That's one of the main teachings. And he just pulls out his book.
she like flips through it a little bit. Obviously can't read a lick of it. And
I get
but
that a lot too.
yeah. But yeah, some of the diagrams are interesting. It's like, oh, this seems like um I, well, a martial arts manual, like kind of like okay, it's very cool.
Mhm.
Yeah. How are you thinking you'll return to your people? Do you have a plan? Do you know?
Um, well, this is the hard part to explain. I was in a forest for a very long time,
Okay.
and then one day I was in a desert. I took 3 steps and went from a forest to a desert. I have no idea how.
Hmm. Well, there's not very many deserts next to a forest, so
No, we
I
Cobb has asked around because he's been very, very interested on where I came from too.
yeah. Well, it's good that you have friends that can help you through this. Um. Yeah. So, what do you think your next steps are? Do you have next steps? She's like starting to get like
Mm-hmm.
some like therapy vibes. Like she's kind of moving into like work mode. um
Well,
because that's pretty much what
there's a
she
lot
does
going
at
on.
the Riverlight Garden is like she's sort of like this uh commodity therapist, I guess.
Yeah. It's like, well, there's a lot going on. I really want to help Eris
Mm-hmm.
with her situation and which would also in turn help you with yours.
I appreciate that. Yeah.
I just kind of want to be there for them. We need to figure out what they're doing in that place. And then once we're all done with all that, I need to find out how I go home.
Hmm.
No,
Yeah.
and I don't want to talk about the stuff with Cobb. He'd be mad at me.
And that's okay if people are mad at you. Like,
You motherfucker.
Yeah. But if he's already gone on and I do the direct quote about revealing his secrets and the wrath of the anus will taste the wrath or something.
somehow I feel like those two words shouldn't be so close together.
That's what I said too.
Hmm. Yeah. Huh. Maybe he should workshop that. But it's okay if people are mad at you, especially if you're doing what you feel is right. And sometimes that can get too subjective, but it's okay to
Yeah,
take space.
like
It's it's okay to be
one
you.
person's right is not another person's right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And he has his own things that I think he needs to talk to somebody about. From just what I've seen. But
And that other woman who is just so sure that what she's doing is right. And I wish we could have talked her out of that, but it
unfortunately, there's
seems
a
that sway too.
lot of them. A lot of people like that. And I fear for what they've done to my faith.
Mhm.
I don't know how widespread this is. I don't know how far-reaching it's gone. And thinking about that makes it feel like the floor is dropping out from underneath me. Like,
And what really doesn't help is I just recently realized I'm a grown-up now, and I don't understand what being a grown-up means.
Oh.
So it's been very confusing.
oh. I'm sorry, I don't think I've ever asked your name.
Oh, I just recently remembered it myself. It's Folion.
It's a very nice sounding name.
It's fun.
Folion. Nobody knows what they're doing. It's all just make-believe. It's whatever you... Well, okay. If we go down too far down that route, then whatever they're doing to the Church of Scepter is also okay. There are lines.
No.
But...
Yeah, I found that very quickly.
But...
Especially when people got exploded in front of me. That was rough.
I was the one that did that. Got calls from across the room.
Where? How does he know?
He just is like that.
No, but Folion, being an adult is a journey unto itself, and nobody really knows what they're doing. You do the best you think you
that makes me
can,
feel better.
and try to stay true to your responsibilities and your own.
I've been
Good
rereading my teachings so much, just trying to.
That's a good.
Understand.
That's a good. I guess a good anchor point, a good moral system. It seems to me. I mean, you feel like a good person to me, so I think you're
thank you. You
doing
do
just
too.
fine as an adult.
Well, thank you. He's just messily still eating his food.
Did you want to talk about the things you've seen so far? Sometimes it helps to process, but it's okay. I'm not going to pry.
No. Hold on. My nephew wanted to come in all of a sudden.
Right when we're going to talk about murder.
So, well, I don't even know where to begin on that topic. It was,
Well,
I've always been taught that you only take a life when you're hunting and you need food. So, whenever I endeavored, another word Cobb taught me, to battle another person, it was always in the attempt to disarm, dissuade, or topple him, like any way to stop the fight. If I have to knock them out, but that's just part of the teaching. You don't harm people to the point where they're dead. And that was really hard to see. I've never seen someone die before. That was terrible.
Death is shocking, especially when it's violent. I've never seen somebody die a violent death myself, but I have seen people die. I have helped ease their passing. But that was usually from disease or age or something else. So I can't imagine what it is to go from such a gentle life to something so jarring. And
Like I
that's
said, I wasn't handling it well at first. But I'm better now.
yeah. How would you mind explaining to me how you got better?
Oh, I would love to. And then he pulls open his book and starts going through all of the processes of the meditation, realizing oneself can be the main anchor when faced with extreme adversary. I forget the word. Extreme situations, and that with your own power, you can find a way through to gain the assistance that you may need in order to fulfill your destiny and stuff, like just real philosophical things.
Yeah. Go through that whole spiel, and there's very much
and show her techniques for breathing and calming one's mind and
yeah. And yeah. So you have a good long conversation about methods to deal with trauma. And
which he very recently discovered were in that book and very useful.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Okay. Brixta and Cobb. What y'all doing when you stop slinging shit at each other?
A bad mood. I'm covered in shit. I'm missing class. This is not my best day. Just saying. I'm grumpy. I'm really thinking about going to class without you guys. I'm trying not to split the party, but I'm real tempted. And Cobb's not helping.
All joking. I love how you call me like a monster like I'm a rogue pet or something. Okay, but...
Oh my
God. Okay, hold on. Okay, so
Why are you laughing so hard? Did I miss something?
Okay.
Tasha's
okay.
hideous laughter.
Okay. Okay.
Take 1d4 reflected damage.
What did you just say about my hideous laughter, you motherfucker?
No, I think that Brickster cast Tasha's hideous
Hideous
laughter on
laughter
you.
is a spell.
Yeah. Alright. So, Brickster, you would like to get your education, yes?
Yeah, are you suggesting that we sneak off and get me to the college without letting anybody know? That seems like a bad idea.
I'm actually suggesting that instead I show you the process of, and I actually do some like jazz hands and make some colors appear in the air above me, spell research. And what actually happens is Cobb uses minor illusion to give himself a cane and then a top hat. And he starts breaking into a dance number like spell research. We're not using pre-packaged spells. We're making our own cool shit. Yeah.
Wait, are you suggesting we try to make our own spells? Because we should definitely go to my room to do that.
Yes,
I
right,
will
exactly.
start swinging around magic, trying to create my own spell right now. You help me make my spell. Let's do this.
Fucking high five.
Hold on. Prestidigitation. High five.
High five.
Also,
Okay.
please never throw poop at me ever again.
I'll cut you a
Thanks.
deal. I'll never throw poop at you ever again. You never punch me again. Is that fair?
Okay.
Fuck yeah. Once again, my superior negotiation skills win the day. Okay, let's go.
I mean, prestidigitation helps you get over poo fights real fast. Instantly. Oh, we should clean Airless room real quick.
Right,
Let's not leave all this around.
Right,
She'll
quick.
get mad.
Okay.
Y'all want to
Yeah.
take drums with you
Investigator
too?
just sleeping through all that.
Okay. I guess you and I are gonna both just cast a bunch of prestidigitations to get everything quick. Nice.
Yeah. Well, clean. Because I definitely want to go create my own magic. Let's do that. That sounds.
Fuck yeah. Mm. Yes.
I don't want to sacrifice anything, but like, I'm in.
Okay, this is good. I might not be able to do human experimentation today, but I can do spell research. That's good.
Cool.
Okay, so I guess we head back to your room.
Yeah.
Mish, what's the
Yes.
process for this? What's the DM's ruling on spell research?
She knows. Yeah. So I'd say we'll call it like maybe like an hour or two. Is how long it might have to take. We'll do like a group arcana check and then see if you make any progress towards something new. Give me some kind of idea of what you want the spell to do.
So what I wanted to start off with is I was hoping to actually basically start off with something pretty simple, a reskin of the firebolt cantrip, but instead of causing fire damage, it causes to grow on people. And then I was hoping
part of that cut out. So it causes what to grow on people?
Sorry. It causes cancerous growths to grow on organic creatures.
I don't want to do that. That's not what I'm working on.
Well, you can do a different thing.
I don't want to do that.
Turn people into like humanoid cancer balls. You know, if
they
you
would
let
die
me-
within 6 months.
No, so that they die instantly, but really, really horribly, and there's a massive stink. So basically, just fireball, except
So,
instead of being
I'm gonna say that that's kind of like on par with contagion, and might be more of like a 6th level spell.
if we say that it is basically just a firebolt that's pretty much been reskinned, would
So,
that be,
like, maybe it gives you a tumor, and it becomes like
I'm a tumor. I'm a tumor.
tumor bolt.
What about-
I guess I don't know.
yeah, tumor bolt. So it gives you a tumor, but you kind of develop them all over your skin, and you say take the same amount of damage as firebolts, but then you die.
Yeah, I think that is also perhaps the area of a higher level spell. Like, might be
Okay.
more of a reskin of, say, Alter Self.
Okay. What about a spell that is basically like firebolt, but it boils people's blood?
Okay.
I can see that your DM instinct was like, I'm not giving Cobb the spell to cause cancer yet. He's gonna find a way to abuse that.
Well, that's debatable. But let's see. It's already kind of like a blood boil type spell. Oh, let me look through Homebrew. Okay. Depends on... Yeah. I mean, this could be like acid damage or... Could be fire damage. Could be necrotic.
I suppose so, because like I said, I'm really hoping to go pretty deeply in towards the the body horror, the biomancy type stuff. I suppose I'm just obviously it's a custom school of magic, so I don't really know how you and I would really treat that in terms of making the spells for it.
So here, there... Oh man, I feel like there is a source book for this. Let me see. Where is Ravnica? Okay. Simic. Okay, so it sounds like you're kind of going for like a Simic vibe. If we're talking, like, I don't know how familiar you are with Magic the Gathering, but
I have no idea what any of that you just said was. I don't know what a civic is.
okay. They're really into hybridization magic, so like kind of like exactly what you're referring to.
Hybridization as in like mixing fire and ice magic, or mixing different species of like creature and shit?
Like mixing different species. Like,
Ooh,
like
that sounds cool.
putting a crab claw on your hand, or like breeding two creatures together to make something new, or combining them magically, or something like that.
That could be a really cool place to start. Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay. Yeah.
They just sit there.
Yeah. So I guess it depends on what both of you want to do. A lot of the like transmutation magic is going to be higher-ish level. I mean, Primal Savagery, I think, is like the closest you get, because that's a cantrip. But that's like giving yourself claws and giving yourself teeth, kind of a thing.
Right.
So, it's not like a huge ask. It's not like a totally something different, and it's affecting yourself rather than affecting somebody else. So, if you're going to try and affect somebody else, like forcibly change them, I think inherently that means that it is a leveled spell.
Probably fair enough. Give it to you this way. We are currently I've got access to second level spells. Broadly speaking, what does, assuming I pass the Arcana checks, what do you think would be an appropriate kind of thing for a second level spell?
So for like a second level spell, I think that you could potentially give someone like a lesser disease, like boils or something like that, where it just is, super uncomfortable. Definitely not healthy, but like if we're talking about like giving somebody cancer, I feel like that's 5 and above at least,
Right. I suppose, like, what about? I suppose I'm just trying to like relatively keep it in the same like power level as stuff like Dragon's Breath, Enlarge, Reduce, Invisibility. Those are all pretty powerful spells. I'm just trying to think of something that's like level appropriate for that.
Yeah. Well, we can kind of hammer out details later. Because we are getting to the end of the session time. But like,
I sent you what I would be working on DM in my Brixton chat. One of the two, whichever you were cool with.
Okay.
But the first one would follow along the transmutation thing that he's kind of working on. It's okay if you say no. It comes from like the Phoenix subclass for sorcerer. So we would make it more draconic instead of Phoenixy. And I don't have to learn it right away, of course. Like she's just trying to learn how to do that. Or I just make people explode in flame, combustion. Definitely would love to learn to make someone just explode with flames.
Hey, did you know that the air in your lungs is oxygen?
Explode their lungs or something? Yeah, absolutely.
Already a spell. I think that's called Inferno. Oh, it corrected.
Oh, that's probably way higher level. But if Cobb's working on transmutation, and that's kind of like our theme, the first one would be would fit that.
Okay.
Are you done with the game?
Not yet. Almost. Say hey.
Emulation. So yeah, that is already a spell, and you can definitely work towards it, but it's 5th level, so.
That's really, it's really up there.
Yeah. for right now, yeah. It's a few levels away.
Yeah.
So, okay. Let's see about
I think it's called Mantle of the Flame.
That's fun.
Right? I thought that could be some fun flavor stuff. But less Phoenixy.
Yeah, I
That's right.
like flavor.
I love flavors.
There's so many flavors for us to choose from. How could I ever make a decision?
Interesting. Okay. Yeah. We can say that that's a tentative goal. I'll workshop it with you.
Yeah. Thanks. I
Yeah.
love it. I'm sitting there just trying to set myself on fire over and over and over. That's how I'll start that.
Safely. Trying to set yourself
Like,
on
it's not
fire
gonna burn
and
near
not
my
burn.
clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah, like not near my clothes. I'm trying to like set my whole self on fire. That's what I'm doing in that room.
And then Cobb's just like sitting there with like some kind of like fish or some other creature that's just like, come on, boils or something.
Literally that.
He's like, Brickster, are you trying to set yourself on fire? Yeah. Are you trying to give that thing a tumor? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right.
Spell bros.
Right.
Spell bros.
Go ahead and roll Arcana checks for me. See how well
Yep,
this little session goes.
Ooh. I got an 18 on the die plus 5, so 23. Pretty good.
Let me bring mine up now. I'm waiting for the worst roll of my life. Come on, show me.
Oh my god, if you end up with a big tumor on your face, I'm gonna die laughing. You could do it.
Holy shit!
Oh,
26.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Arcane
Nice.
Bros.
Nice. That's super cool. So 23 and 26.
Yup.
Alrighty. So, while you don't see any immediate success, you're like quickly eliminating ways that this could go wrong.
I burned my hand a few times. Ow!
Yeah. You like set fire to something behind you. You know, it's like
Oh shit.
yeah. So you start just like you quickly are just fine tuning the process. But the effect you're going for, or the effect that you're kind of imagining or hoping for, isn't coming to fruition just yet. That's still going to be some experimentation, some strategy, some learning. So
Absolutely.
yeah. And then we'll say it's like noon-ish.
I need to get to class, guys.
Yeah, these days are going slow.
That's okay. We're getting a lot done.
Time dilation. We don't even know we're doing it.
Minute time.
Yeah. And yeah. It's probably a good place to stop for the session, I guess.
There you go.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Bricks just straight up just reminds me of like in that game Path of Exile, when you get the skill Righteous Fire, you take 90% of your health and energy shield as fire damage per second until you reach 1 hit point, and then it turns off. And when you're first trying to build the